Keep going.
Yeah.
Keep going. I love it.
Yeah.
Good call to do it now.
Yep.
Mm.
Because I do publish our videos.
Can't wait.
Yeah, I have to actually get to editing to them.
Opening up the Steam.
I cannot hear you, Joey. You are so quiet.
I'm a little quiet boy. Getting
Yo, you're
louder and
mad quiet.
louder.
Mad quiet.
Really, really quiet.
Really? Okay, give me 1 sec. Let me figure out what's going on.
Just like bring your push that gain up, my God. Oh God.
Oh.
Oh, no.
Right?
No, that would have been the time to start stream.
There we
Just
go. Okay,
right
yeah, I
there.
know what it is.
Yep, that's the one.
I'll
That's the
edit it.
time.
I'll edit it. So that's what we start
You
with.
say that every
Hit
week.
The microphone. That was not.
I'll
And
edit it.
nothing's
I'll
been
trim
edited.
it down. I'll make the audio great. All things that podcast editors say, and then, man, where's your new episode? Oh, we're working on it.
That hurts.
Two more weeks. 2 more weeks. It'll be
I know.
out.
I've been waiting for my favorite podcast, Roll a Religion Check, and I have seen.
You don't even
10
know
episodes.
the real name. You
That is a
added
pretty good
words.
Or just religion. True religion.
Religion.
That's
I-
a
that-
true
no, that's
religion.
Too much.
That's
So-
going to be
Wait.
our next campaign when you're all clerics and we're
Okay,
hunting
that's good.
heretics.
Now that is
Exactly.
good.
Yeah,
Joey,
yeah.
you are
See-
really
True
low.
Okay,
See,
let me-
that's not what I was imagining when I
testing
said
1, 2.
a false theology D&D setting.
That
Like,
works.
I'm down to- I'm
Like the
down to hunt.
NPCs
Okay,
are the
hear me
false
out.
theologists.
Okay, but wait.
Hear me out.
If it happens,
You're
I call
all
prosperity
heretics being
gospel.
hunted. How's that sound?
Oh,
Uh-huh.
we're the
Sounds
heretics
great.
being
Are we-
hunted?
Like,
Are
what
we
I
the
meant
heretics,
was-
or are they that?
Oh, there's
Okay,
the
that's
audio.
loud. All right, that's loud. Woo!
Oh.
Hold
Yeah,
up.
No,
fine
Joey,
to me.
don't
Oh, yeah,
change.
they
We'll
all
change
live
it.
to- lifted you
the
up
heretics,
way.
Or are we? Wait. Am
No,
I good?
so-
Yeah,
You
no,
keep talking.
You're good. You're good, Joe.
I'm good.
You're
This is
good, you're good,
level?
yeah.
I shouldn't.
You can be a little
crank it up
higher,
all
'cause
the
I
way
have
right
you up.
now and eat the microphone.
No, you're fine.
So, what I was envisioning was like taking like Jehovah's Witnesses, Mormons with like their extra planets that they get when they die, like
Sick.
freaking prosperity gospel where people get healed, but like turn it into like a like you get healed for like a couple of days and then you start deteriorating.
Oh,
Like just taking all of them and like making them mythos and mechanics in the game.
We already
What's
have
more in
those
depth than
Okay.
just
segments
hunting
for that.
heretics, Trevor?
Okay,
That
but
sounds a lot more fun to me.
what about the idea
Or
that
rather than
Jesus
clerics, we're just
is a
blood
lich?
hunters.
Shut up!
no, we are definitely not. That's a 2CV. Listen, I'm
Jesus.
not that Calvinist, and that's a 2CV.
That is taking the name of the Lord in vain.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Because Jesus cannot be a lich, because he had to be utterly evil to do such. Liches are made
But-
are made out of evil.
But he was put back in his phylactery for 3 days.
No, he wasn't. He was put in a grave.
Listen,
He's
I'm
obviously a
still in
vampire.
an area where I have to dance around the name of D&D to try to get a game started around here. And if we do that, it's literally going to be Satan worship. All right?
You have to dance
Calm
around
yourself.
it. We were talking about it in our huddle today at church. So
In the
Our
huddle-
drummer,
Yeah.
our drummer, who's like
Our drummer played in the
45-year-old
80s.
woman, played when she was in like high school and college. It's
Yep.
wild.
Yep. She was like, y'all play Dungeons and Dragons? We're like, what? Hello?
She was like, this something reminded her of Dungeons and Dragons. Oh, it was wonderful.
I mean, I
That's
wear my
funny.
D&D t-shirts often, so
Well, you missed the good huddle. That's all I'm
You
saying.
guys are in. You
Unfortunately.
guys are in a. You guys are in a better state.
It's a very different
Better
culture.
area.
I told you, quit your job
Listen,
and move to
Hey,
New
listen,
England.
God
job
is
would I
working, and
have,
there are
though?
things that
No,
need to
Dunkin'
get
Donuts
done.
always hiring. Like, it's not that hard.
You're going for your master's? I know a great college.
Yeah, it's called North Point.
You could teach at.
April Fools.
Yeah.
I wouldn't tell you to go to North Point.
My chalupa that I
My
sat in line for
chalupa.
30
I mean,
minutes to get.
if we're
Yeah,
thinking
Just
future
drip
tense
all
with
over
the
my
Dean
legs.
Scott takeover, like
Oh, listen.
What?
You know.
What
The
part
way-
of the
North
chalupa
Point-
dripped on
I
your
don't
leg, though?
know, and that's what scares me.
Did they put
You-
one of the slushies in there?
Yeah. You know what my condition is to come back to North Point.
What's that? I don't know.
I've said it before.
What's her name?
Dean Munley's fired. I come
sorry.
back.
Give it 2 years.
He's too young for that to happen. He's
If
not
you go
going
for your
back to the
masters,
world.
though, you don't even deal with him. You'll never see him.
Yeah, but he's still influencing the school.
Barely.
He's like a little insect.
Barely.
Barely. It's not the same.
He has no pull.
He's already made his influence on the students. The seniors have already captured the parasite and they're spreading it down the chain.
No.
What?
Nope. There's only 3 underclassmen that I can think of that are even like relatively close to him.
No, I disagree because there have been multiple underclassmen that have been going on multiple recruitment trips. Like, it's very, very common for people to be hanging around Dean Munley. They may not walk up to his
Hear me
office and be
out.
like, "Hey, what's going on?"
Hear me
and
out.
And he'll do his classic laugh or whatever.
North
But,
Point sucks.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Go to Gordon Conwell.
I'm already applying.
That's a real school. That's in the state. Just move back here.
I'm doing it online. I need.
It's just not that hard.
I need money.
I
I
can
can't
get you
work minimum wage at Dunkin' Donuts to do masters
can.
and live in your mad expensive state.
easy. America runs on Dunkin', baby.
Not me.
Also, minimum wage here is double minimum wage.
Yeah,
here,
minimum
so-
wage here is
Yeah.
like
Well, it's
14.
always the
Spending
cost of
only
living.
quadruple. So
do
it works
do
out.
the percentage to know if it's actually like the difference. Like what is actually closer to what you'd be paying for rent.
I have no
Uh,
idea.
What do you pay for rent currently?
Josh, no,
I pay like 700.
No, that's about
Right.
what you'd pay here.
eh. And what is your? Are you in a 1-bedroom apartment or
No,
in
but
a
like
roommate?
yeah, I'm in a different situation because like this town is mad small and this is the only thing I can get for rent. So
Mm.
I'm in low income housing, but all of them were made a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. But it's not like a big house. It's like a very small, compact 3-bed, 2-bath.
So it's the same situation.
Eh, it's a little less expensive.
Mm.
20%. Yeah, I'd give it like 20% more expensive to live in something similar
Well,
in
yeah.
that area.
The
in
difference
the, like,
is
Gordon Conwell.
What's-
you'd
what's
be able to
minimum wage
physically
there?
touch Jordan.
Yeah,
That's worth 20%.
that's something I love doing every time I
That's-
see him.
Yeah.
Yep. Mhm.
We're recording.
Yeah, there you go. What's 20% between you
I'm
and
wide
Jordan?
open. I'm wide open.
No.
Yeah.
Text
Trouble.
Ashley right
Yeah.
now.
This is not the Overwatch chat.
I
Joe
think I
Watson.
I'd be more pliable to think about moving up there if I had a roommate to split the cost
Mm.
and find a good job up there. And like
Joey?
that's the second thing is finding a good job.
Yeah, that is
Ooh,
important.
I'm not going to commute
Yeah.
2.5 hours to my local library.
I could find you a new local library.
That is true.
There might be one in each town. I'm not
I
sure.
don't know, do they have those? I've never been to a library in Massachusetts, so I don't know if they exist.
Maybe
There's
a little
two,
more messy.
like 10
I've
Actually-
been to a legendary one.
I've been to the
only a
Haverhill one. The
legend.
Haverhill one's low key huge. The nicest library I've been to though, Salem, New Hampshire. It's
Salem,
so
New
nice.
Hampshire.
So nice. They had a really good DVD selection.
The thing is, the current vibe of my library is like well, I mean, it's like a fast food joint being run by a bunch of like 16-year-olds. If
Wait,
that makes sense.
but a
How did
library?
we get onto Joey
Yes.
moving here? We were trying to convince Josh into moving
Yeah,
here.
sorry.
Wait, so
Joey,
we want
you're
both of them.
books
What are you
all
talking
Joey, get
somehow
the
have
frick
chalupa
over
sauce
there.
dripping out of them?
Yeah. Yeah, all the books
Nice.
do have chalupa sauce dripping out of them.
Did
I
you
told
figure out what
myself I was
chalupa
gonna
sauce
do it.
is?
No, I
Oh.
don't know. There was a bunch of extra juice in
Special
my chalupa thing.
sauce.
I love juice.
I'm guessing it was just meat juice. But
When you
knows?
when you go to if you've ever been to Jersey Mike's, one of the things they could put on your sandwich is the juice, and it's
Oh
just
man.
it's just a mixture of vinegar and something else. But I'm like, fill me up with juice, and they do.
What is
What?
something else?
It's something else. You know what
know
it
what
is?
is
It's
something
moving
else?
to Massachusetts.
That was a very sincere laugh. I loved
It was. Wow, I've never felt more loved. And I'm married.
You know something juicy? I
Tell
know
me.
a juicy story of some brothers
Mhm.
that storm a wizard castle, wizard
Tower.
house, wizard tower. It's
Mhm.
not actually a tower; it's like a house. So
No, it's
like,
a tower.
Definitely a tower.
It's definitely
it-
a
you,
tower.
better, you better
Definitely
be you better be
seven
giving the
stories
recap right
is
now.
a tower.
we walked in a straight line for a hallway.
No, that was for
You went
imaging on a
upstairs.
map.
Every time. I said this.
Fun fact: River hates chalupas now.
That's why I changed the name of what it
Oh,
was.
no.
But regardless, that's a pretty
No,
juicy
you
story.
did walk straight in a hallway for a while. That
I did.
was a thing. That
I
was my
said-
I don't
favorite.
understand
Was a red
why
herring.
that was his trap. Like you don't. Okay,
Josh
you hide a
zooming in on
trap,
your camera's got me.
but you
What?
don't-
I wasn't ready.
whatever.
Wait, hold on. I want to hear what Joey's saying. I can't hear you, Joey.
I'm sure it was smart.
Uh-huh.
But I feel like to fall into this trap, you need to look for it and then find it and then go into it willingly.
Yeah.
I
That's
guess this is like a
exactly
smart
what we did.
person trap.
You are walking through yeah, you fell for it.
It's a
If you're
counter trap.
walking
Yeah, I
through
mean, we
a
fell for it, it
wizard's
worked.
tower and a secret door opens, are you going through it?
Well, the secret door didn't
Yeah.
open. We had to magically
Yeah.
see that
Yeah.
it was. Oh,
Can
it
you do
don't-
magic?
okay,
Either way.
You're right.
You just happen to have super eyes.
It
And if
would've
you didn't
opened either
have
way.
super eyes,
Never
so the
mind.
whole point of that trap
Yep.
was it's an endless door hallway. You're actually not walking through anything. You just opening a door and walking down the same hallway over and over and
Sorry,
over.
I forgot that it opened at the end, regardless of whether we had seen it at the beginning or not.
Yep.
There we go.
And the
Now
whole
that makes
point
more
was to
sense.
just drain your time.
Yes.
So, and if you didn't have magic eyes, like it would have taken
Mhm.
even longer, you know. Oh, there
You
also
probably would've
was.
died.
and I didn't mention this. There is literally a trap on each one of the doors. You
Oh,
just
yeah, we
were able
found
to
out.
pull the like knobs each time because you had magic eyes.
Yes.
There was every door if you hit the
we
wrong
go to the
knob,
first one, didn't
cast
we?
Ray of Frost on you, so you were slow.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
So
It's
mean.
wild.
Just in a
Yeah,
code.
it's not even.
Party
You
all
are
slow.
a
Would
sadistic
Joe?
DM.
Would your Magic Eyes spells have seen the door be different in the first place, or is that something that is
I mean, the door
relegated?
itself would have been surrounded by magical,
Mhm.
but like, I don't know, man.
Okay.
It
The
was
whole
just
thing
detect
sorta
magic,
magical.
right?
It would,
Yeah, he was just using detect magic.
yeah.
Yeah, so that doesn't
There,
tell you.
there's technically no
Oh,
trap on
no.
the first door. Also, what was the passcode?
I have it written down.
It was
I'm welcome.
no.
I'm- yes,
The what you
I'm-
had to write
The
on the chalkboard because
Yes.
it's actually a hint to go through the door and not turn around.
Oh.
It's like trust me or something like that.
Oh.
That's why you
Oh,
write
that's
it on the
right.
door.
Oh,
You
I
have
feel
to
like
walk
that would
through.
be more. I feel like that would be more of a reason to be like, you write "trust me," and then it's like a door opens up. I'd be like, oh, okay, I trust you, and
Yeah,
go
that-
through the door.
That was a fun one. I like
You
that.
trust me.
That's a good
No,
puzzle.
it was good.
Yeah,
Yes,
do you trust
yeah.
me? Or do you trust me? Whatever. Or you trust
You.
me.
You
Yeah.
trust me.
He trusts me.
Yep. But that was supposed to be a hint to not turn around.
Ah.
Yeah. That was a fun. I had a lot of fun building those, and that was an exercise for me because I'm really bad at traps.
Oh.
So I had a lot of
Yes.
fun making like 7 layers of traps.
I'm glad.
Yep. My favorite one was the stones one because nobody figured out how to do that for a minute.
Oh yeah, the
That was
stones one
good.
was nuts.
It was very good.
Do we want to summarize? Give a
Yeah,
quick
go ahead,
walkthrough of
'cause
that.
it's been like 2 weeks.
I mean,
Let's
we
just talk
kind
real.
of
Well, you
did.
know,
We covered a
what-
couple.
At the end of that,
the biggest thing that happened is the last
the
room.
biggest thing that happened was
Mhm.
the last room.
The mirrors.
We went into mirror dimensions of our worst dreams, essentially. Who did good on those?
River
me.
and
Josh.
Matthias.
Yeah.
River, Matthias, and
Oh my gosh.
yeah, River. No, River, Matthias, and Ulamog? Yeah,
No.
and Ulamog.
No.
No,
No?
I think it was just
failed.
us
I
two.
was the last one out.
Ulamog was the last one out.
Yeah.
Joey was
Was
trying
he
to
the
break
last one out? Because I
Yes.
think
Yeah.
I rolled a 1.
I think
No,
you-
but I failed
no,
multiple
I was in
times.
it for
So
oh,
what
no,
happened
yes.
was Matt did roll a 1.
Yep.
and you completely failed, and that's your character fell to the ground all leprous and nobody was seeing you, and then River reached onto you and pulled you out
That's right.
because
River
you
saved me.
walked through the cloud. Yeah, to the
I
crowd.
feel
So it
like
was
I tried
actually
to hit
River's road
everything
that
with
got you out.
monkeys, and
Yeah,
it didn't
and
help. And
I
then
was in
our
the
cleric
process of
actually saved
shooting.
everyone.
I was
I
in the
did
process
my-
of
No,
shooting the
no,
mirror.
Matthias healed me,
I
right?
did my
Yeah,
aura-
Matthias was the functional one.
Somebody did
my-
something. That's all I remember.
I did my heroism on one person that gives you advantage because I gave you immunity to being frightened, and then I did an aura of vitality that did the same
Yep.
thing, and it gave everybody advantage on their rolls.
And then I still failed on that roll,
Mhm.
and I
did.
kept going. Like
Yeah.
everybody else is slowly getting out. I'm just keep going.
Yeah. And we were deemed worthy at the
Yep.
end of that. And we were able to grab the one thing that we came to the tower for, which was the skull. The last thing that we needed.
Skull.
Was it Emerald?
It was
Emerald Skull, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Tara
I was
skull.
gonna say that, but yeah.
Matt would know
it was-
because he was the one who did the puzzle.
Yeah. But we needed it for the wizard. He said get here sooner next time. So we left there. It is now late afternoon-ish.
It's like midday. I thought.
It was
I
we-
believe it was nighttime.
Yeah, it was
Was
like
it?
towards
Morning.
it
So
was towards
morning.
the
Morning
evening.
was spent talking to Bellator.
Mhm.
And then afternoon was spent there.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're in the evening now. We're spent. We're tired. We're not injured, but not good. And
Ooh.
I
so
think-
we were on our way back to the town.
I think you guys said you were gonna do something in town. I did not.
Yeah,
I
you went
up
to
my
go.
room.
You went to go meditate.
Yeah, and I did the divination to Big Bad.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
That's right.
He's
Didn't we?
scared of us.
Yeah.
Did we say that we were gonna rest because I'm at 25 hit points still?
Yeah, no,
we're gonna
that's
go to the
that's what I was
wizard.
saying is we were just on our way sort of to rest. I don't know what else.
Oh yeah, I'm at 11.
Oh,
That's fun.
no, we did have something
Right,
else.
because I exploded everything. with
We had-
octopuses.
Was it someone to talk to? I think it was the evening, so we were just gonna talk to one person. That
Two
Was
things
that
that
it?
I think we forgot. The morning was talking to Bellator, if anybody remembers
Yes.
that
Yeah,
conversation.
Yeah.
Also,
like that.
Ulamok made Jeremiah drop his
Yeah.
vial
Potion.
of potion that he gets from the
right.
alchemist. So
Mhm.
both of those things happened.
Oh yeah.
Do
Did
not
you roll
forget-
a nat one perception to see him
Ulamok ate a
going around
whole
the corner?
turkey in 4.5 minutes for us to match reality with the mirror.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. That is also
Those were
true.
very, very good. I think it would. I wrote down all of the things that happened in the wild magic room. If we would enjoy a summary of those,
Man, the
Sure.
wild magic room was
Yeah,
That's fine.
Go for it. And then I've
Okay.
got my notes, which I think are
Can-
very good.
Ulamok's
Could've
hair falls out
snacked.
of his body.
Oh, you still don't have any. It takes 24 hours to reset. Oh yeah, and Matt's like pink or something, right?
No, when I
Blue.
went into the mirror dimension, then that got undone because of his healing. You had that story wise.
That's right. That's right.
That
okay.
like the leprosy scaled off the whatever the violet that I turned into, and now I'm back to the regular off white. Spike got all his sorcery points back.
Yep.
Um,
Oh yeah. All of them.
Oh, and that's when
feeling
Matthias
recharged.
cast magic missile at the crystal and exploded all of us.
Mhm.
Ulamok got four floating flumps around him. I cast grease on myself. Spike cast magic missile at himself
Mhm.
and almost died.
Yeah.
Ulamok gained 13 hit points. Ulamok got an action and grappled a flump. I became vibrant blue. That was my color.
There it is.
Everyone was invisible. I got resistance to all damage. Spike absorbed 2 necrotic damage from all creatures, stopping
Yeah.
himself back off, including the flumps. Matthias cast polymorph on himself and turned into a sheep.
Go.
I gained true
Yeah.
sight, so I was able to see everyone. Modron appears, which is like the being of order,
Mhm.
enforcing order. And Spark got targeted with invisibility. Finally, the way that we turned back Matthias, after turning back into himself from a sheep, turned handle number 69 and it opened.
Beautiful.
Yep.
Yeah,
was-
at random.
Which was
No, I'm pretty sure he
Nice.
said, "Let's just get this out of the way," and said
Mhm.
69.
Mm-hmm. And then it did it.
Yeah, no, like he just
Yeah,
took a
it's
guess,
also-
went for it.
As
Which
I said,
was-
my percentile came up at 69, and I was like, I can't
Yep.
not fudge
That's
this
okay.
because this is
That's
perfect.
insane. My notes start off pretty good. Blue, green, red, yellow, black. 15
Yeah.
paintings, magical.
about
moves
all I
in each
have.
of its ways. Pregnant wizard trap. Large bowl of
Pregnant wizard.
potatoes. Soup, crab legs, potatoes, turkey, bread, sprouts. None of this is gonna make any sense in like 2 weeks.
Yep.
That's wild.
Of course, it's the only notes I took.
yeah, but the best is Ulamaki eating a whole turkey for 4.5
I
minutes.
think
Yeah,
that's right.
that was good.
Take that one for the
Oh,
team.
and you essentially completely bypassed the bedroom trap by Joey just mage handing everything.
Yes.
Yeah, the metal.
Yeah. You all supposed to
Yeah.
get stuck to those bars and then they shock you repetitively, but no, Joey just mage handed them.
Magic initiate, baby.
Stupid.
Yeah.
Can anyone think of what we were going to try to do before the evening's done?
Oh,
I mean,
Because I really feel like it was someone that we
bathhouse?
needed to talk to.
I
I
mean,
feel
we're
like
gonna-
that's too big a thing, because like that's a whole new section. I think we were focusing the wizard.
Getting to the wizard.
I mean, we could go to the wizard.
Well,
like,
then the
worst
other
case
concern
scenario,
was
but we-
most of us are tapped out, and
yeah,
Yeah,
and there's
no,
like
half
a dungeon
dead.
there.
Yeah.
So if we get there this time of day, we're going to die in there, like Matthias did.
Yeah.
The point was we need to get to him early in the day. So if we spent the entire day getting the skull, we show up tomorrow with the skull early in the day.
Yeah, because we can just go through the wizard traps real quick if need be.
Mhm.
If it doesn't stick around.
Which I think it should, only because all the other major plot items have been.
But those are
Stick-
like
Uh-huh,
magic-y things.
major magic items.
And this is just a
There was no
skull.
plot.
Okay, a sundial piece and a knife. The very magical things that we
Yeah.
found.
By the way, speaking of the knife,
You have that, right?
Spike left while you guys were messing with the boulder that time. Oh no, I did have the knife the next night. Okay.
Yeah,
I
you
do
have the knife.
Yes.
I was just thinking through who might have it, but I remembered I had it.
No,
back
that was
at the
you.
end of the day.
Yeah, the only item you've had that's actually stayed with you is the knife.
Yeah.
No, because we had the sundial piece over a nighttime,
Well,
didn't
we
we?
put it.
Nope,
You put
you
it
got
in
it in
the
the
end.
morning
Get
and went there
back.
immediately, and then you got it in the afternoon, went there immediately.
Okay,
Talked to Omen at night, and then it reset.
gotcha.
Because it reset while you were in there with him.
Okay, my bad.
The thing that did happen was his path was still there. It didn't regrow over. Like
That's
the
right.
path to Omen was
Yes.
still there. So minor things have changed.
Yeah.
Surprised you guys haven't tried to farm daggers, but just going back to the wolves over and over and over. Imagine, that'd be funny. That's
Oh,
stupid.
no.
I think we assumed once we had it, it wasn't there anymore.
And then, like,
Yeah.
once the spell breaks, do all the
Old
daggers just
assumption.
fly back into one dagger and
Yeah.
hit just
Yeah.
everyone along the path?
Yep, and they turn into a warforged named
Oh,
Daggeron,
That's what happened to
who's just made of daggers.
Jimmy War Man.
Oh boy.
It's Jimmy
Crotch?
Warman, thank you.
Sorry.
You just call him Crotch? His name's Charm.
Crunch, but
Omen.
No.
no, his name. I'm looking it up.
The Warforged we were looking
Oh,
for?
I thought you were
That-
talking about the Warforged.
Yeah, is his name Omen?
No,
No.
it's Charm.
Okay.
Charn.
Oh,
Omen
yeah,
is
yeah,
the
yeah.
god.
Omen's the god. Yeah,
I
yeah,
feel
yeah.
like Crunch was kind of close.
Omen is fate itself.
No. No.
Incarnate.
No.
The
He's an
killer of God.
emissary of fate.
Okay,
He has
sorry,
said
emissary
that.
of fate. Close enough.
He said he is specifically not a deity, but
That's
he
like
might as well
going up-
be.
Like going up to your mailman and being like, "Mr. President."
Yeah.
Pumpmaster, you're here.
Oh god.
Oh.
Alright. Alright, so what are we doing? Are we
I
gonna
got seltzer in my
Biden.
nose from that.
that's great.
I'm just
My
down.
nose is so bubbly.
I'm just down to rest it out and do the wizard thing tomorrow because
I think that's our. Yeah. Do we have any?
Yeah.
We have an ability
Yeah,
to
so-
short rest in this game.
Oh.
To-
No, never mind.
I'm pretty low. I don't
You have
know.
all of your hit die to spend,
I don't
plus an
know if
extra
that-
D6 from me.
Yeah.
If we die,
And a healer.
it doesn't matter.
You don't have a healer. Josh specifically went back to the tavern,
Yeah.
That was the other.
which means
thing.
you'd be going in as 4 instead of 5.
Yeah. I don't.
Josh is
I
in
don't.
the tavern currently.
I don't get a lot of my stuff
What?
back until a long rest, so a short rest really wouldn't help me.
Yeah, short rest only gives us hit points, not.
And I
spell
mean,
slots.
if the skull resets, you know all of the traps and how to
Yes.
do them.
And
Yeah.
the other thing is that going later in the day to the dungeon means that the Lich will be breaking through like pretty soon, and there'll just be a ton of skeletons in there. Along-
And
Mhm.
not Jeremy, but the elf.
snake?
Bellator.
Bellator,
Yeah.
thank you. Bellator will know we have done something
That's
if
also
we
true.
fix the wizard.
Did he invite us to the hot springs?
You
He
did.
did.
He
Yeah.
did.
Yes.
Well, he did a long time ago.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
invited me
What was-
initially, and then he threw in another invitation.
That
Okay.
was not after the recent conversation though. The most recent conversation, he was not happy.
Right, he was very angry. 'cause-
Yeah.
Not
He
happy,
just-
Bob.
He just
Not
said you guys should
happy.
live your lives eternally as gods. That's all he said.
Yeah,
No big deal.
Yeah.
But there was an invitation to the springs
a while ago.
during the
Yeah, okay.
no during the
Never mind.
conversation.
I'm just trying to think of what our
Right.
options are for this evening, other than just chilling.
I
Tavern
don't.
keeper guy. Nothing.
I
really
mean,
going on with
we can
him.
throw other things in there. You haven't talked to the taxidermist. You haven't talked
Right.
to the alchemist. Those are 2 people in town. You haven't been back to the general goods store. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yep. So maybe
Just
it makes
because I'm
sense-
not putting giant neon signs on certain people doesn't make them not important.
Yes, and let me go back to that like prophecy thing that we got from them.
The 5 strands of fate.
Which
Yeah.
one? The fifth
Yeah.
one? The fourth one?
The one about us, the one about the town.
The one about also us?
Mhm.
Yeah.
What about finding our dad who left for milk?
Mm,
I love
mm.
Magic Dad.
We
Cigarettes.
met him. His name's Omen.
I don't think Omen's our dad.
He's not your
Okay.
dad's son.
Wizard
can be your
Cave,
daddy.
friends,
This
friends
isn't
with
your
something to help
dad,
you.
son.
Lighthouse, those trapped who have yet to become free. Wagon, which we already did. Treasures here that can aid you in your journey. Jeremy getting his tonic from the alchemist. Prisoners. Bellator walking through closed door in the bathhouse. Enemies. So that's where we are at.
Wait a
right
minute, wait a minute,
Yeah.
wait a minute.
Revisit that again.
I totally forgot that was a written out thing. Can you read that without the
Sure.
assumptions?
Wizard cave, or you see a picture of a wizard cave and like sense the words "friends willing to help you." Picture of the lighthouse, those trapped who have yet to become free. Think of the wagon with Tucker's general goods on the side. Treasures here that can aid you on your journey. Jeremy getting his tonic from the alchemist. Prisoners. Bellator walking through closed doors in the bathhouse. Enemies.
Okay, so Jeremy is a prisoner of Bellator? And Dulamok might have just freed him. Maybe not.
Maybe. Yeah, I mean, either he's drinking the tonic to stay in the time loop. I think that's what it is. I think that's very clear because he freaked out a lot. And he's like, but then he was like, it's okay, like it's just one day. So that's
Hmm.
probably what it is.
Mhm.
Either that or he's a werewolf taking lycanthropy potions, and his werewolfness lets him see through the time loop. And so Bellator is poisoning him to dampen his werewolf powers so he can't
Hmm.
see through the time
Are you
loop.
watching The Magicians on Netflix?
Really,
That's-
Yeah.
really
That's
weird.
the only other possible
Really
explanation.
weird thing. Bellator means wolf. Just
Whoa.
non-connected. I had a friend whose gamer tag used to be Bellator Lupin, which means
Huh.
night wolf.
Very cool. I think, honestly,
Or it was something like that. It was close. But you know what I mean.
personal opinion, I'm not with you. 'Cause I'm doing stuff that's already determined. But you could probably
Just like all
go,
of us with God.
Haha. That's right.
Amen.
Going to the potion maker and being like, "Hey, I'm so sorry. I see that we, messed up his order. Can we get, a new one
That's pretty
and
good.
like investigate it?"
Yep. Did we meet the taxidermist or hear about him from someone?
You met
in the
him.
tavern?
One of you talked to him once.
Yeah.
His name's
was-
Phil Cantor. Somebody talked to him at the party,
Mm.
and he mentioned how he at one point was a hunter, like the people who were hunters, and then he got
Yeah.
injured, so he
And
started
he's-
doing taxidermy for them.
and
Got
his business has been bad or something like that. Because there's no animals really.
Except for Matthias.
Yeah, except for meat thighs.
He's not an animal.
Beast.
But he finds plenty animals
Nah, he finds animal scraps.
for his meat.
Well, now he has a whole cow for a
Yeah,
day.
he does have a
Had.
whole
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a whole cow for a
Had.
day.
He was curing it in his little
wait.
hole.
That's right. Matthias is outside of the loop. Or like
Mhm.
he's in the loop, but he remembers through the loop.
Talk with him.
He's
So
on
he's-
his way to
Is he a
Godhead.
goblin?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ah.
He's the little meat thief.
So yeah, I think
Actually, I'm
we-
pretty sure he called himself Meat Thief, and then he was like, "I need a better name than this. I need to be legitimate in my business."
Yeah.
And then so he asked Matthias what his name was, and he copied it. That's what it was.
Meat Thias.
Not gonna lie, after all that, Spike probably would have gone to get a drink. So that would have been the direction he's going.
as we're heading back from the wizard's place, I think that takes us past the taxidermist, if I'm remembering the
Yeah,
map.
I mean the taxidermist is right next to the tavern.
Yeah. So,
It's
I
like
think
in the
we've-
square.
I think we've done it before, but I'd like to pop my head in there. if
Yeah,
someone
I mean,
else
do
has
you
done
guys
it.
want to just split up, and we can do everybody does one thing, and then we'll reset?
Split the party.
Cool. So Jordan's going to drink. Joey's going to the taxidermist. Josh is already done.
I'm gonna go to the bar with Spike.
Taxidermist.
Okay,
Alright.
so you two. Okay,
River.
well, you guys go drink with Kit, who is being Kit, and talk about how he needs to go get eggs. Ugh, he says it every day. One day he'll get eggs.
In the evening?
He says it every day, man. I gotta get eggs. He gets busy. He's a busy,
So
he's
we
a
need
busy
to go
dude.
back to the wizard tower, trigger the magic thing until one of us gets turned into a chicken. Bring him
Mm.
eggs. He's the lighthouse.
out of
The
the
real
time
lighthouse
loop,
is the
Joe.
tavern.
Yep.
Don't you get it? Every morning he says, "I need eggs." It's a time loop. He never
and if we
doesn't
get him the
actually
eggs,
need eggs. That's the
what's triggering his
funny
need.
part.
This man's need for eggs are so powerful.
It's hilarious.
That the
He
world
doesn't
stops.
actually need eggs. They're unlimited.
Because eggs represent like the cycle of life.
Mhm.
Bro.
Ah.
Oh my gosh.
The-
Never mind.
the
Never mind.
the
I have a story for
sphere of
later.
Life.
The ovular object of life.
All right, so you approach a building in the town square that has a sign outside that says "Alive Again" on it, and it has a stuffed owl on the sign. The door says "Open." You go inside, and you are greeted by a manticore that is stuffed and mounted to the wall.
Right.
Wow.
Phil Cantor is here, and he is currently trying to put a giant turtle together. He's like trying to sew it up, and you see many large, exotic styled creatures and animals all over the place.
All right. Seeing the owl on the front, Albert kind of cocks his head a little bit as we walk in.
And you walk into, clack clank. Out of staples again, and he puts his giant stapler down.
Is he putting together like the shell of the turtle?
He's trying to get the underbelly done.
Aren't turtles people?
No, I
Yeah.
meant to say turtle. I said turtle.
Okay, all right.
I was
Oh,
still
okay. Okay.
eggs.
It's like he's taking the name of his shop very literally.
Yeah. Bring them back, I will. He's stroking like
It lives.
I've
he
never
hasn't
had a
noticed you yet,
tiefling
and he's sitting in
before.
this chair, and he puts his stapler down, and he starts like stroking a stuffed cat. And he's like, "Yes, Sasha, I think I do need heavier yarn." And he turns around to see both of you. Hello, welcome to Alive Again. I am Phil Cantor. It is nice to meet you. And he very weakly puts his hand out toward you. Shake. He's also a tiefling, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Good evening. And I kind of, yeah, I say hi and then sort of step to the side ish to let you do your thing.
Yeah, Barshun gives a short bow and says, I will be honest, this is one of the few times I've been in a shop like this, and I do notice people have different preferences when running a taxidermy shop. Are you more of the, shall we say, work with your hands type, or are you more of the get the product looking as lifelike and fantastic as possible? Because if you would allow me, I may have a slight fix for that shell. It wouldn't necessarily be handmade anymore, technically, but I saw you struggling with it and thought I might be able to help.
Give me a charisma check.
Or else I'll kill you. How about an intimidation check? Yeah? Yeah.
That
What?
switched fast.
It's flat. Oh, that's a charisma save, charisma check,
Just a
persuasion
flat
check.
charisma check. No, nothing like that. Just charisma check.
Okay.
Um,
9.
Can I? Okay, I was about to ask if I could help him out, like kind of staring around, admiring his work.
He looks you up and down. Looks back at his stapler out of Staples. I guess it couldn't hurt too much. Just don't break it. I don't have another turtle.
Of course.
Joey, give me a perception check. While Matt's
Yeah.
doing this. Matt, go ahead.
Are there any like bent or
16.
broken staples, like ones that didn't go in right and kind of
Oh
got
yeah,
discarded?
you can see that he's pulled several out because they haven't.
Okay,
been
so I'll
working.
scoop up those staples first, and then cast mending on them,
Okay.
and put a pile of fixed staples that can be reused now, and then go to the turtle shell and cast mending on the shell.
He comes over and he just it'll do, I guess. Thank
Well,
you.
of
Joey,
course, if you don't like
Yeah,
it, you can always
16.
break it again.
you said you got a 17?
16.
A
So I
16.
assume I fail because it wasn't a 7.
No, you succeed at hearing the sound of scratching from the floorboards, and the murmuring of a tiny goblin trying to cut up some meat.
Gosh.
So, what happened to all the turtles? Why is this the last turtle?
It's not the last turtle. It is the only turtle I have.
Okay.
Are you
Sorry.
going to bring me more turtles?
I mean, what's the going rate?
If you don't know and you have to ask, I assume you're not going to bring me turtles.
I can bring you turtles.
I don't like this. I don't know you. Tall.
You asked me to bring you turtles.
Tall tiefling. Tall, handsome tiefling.
Did I get
What
tall?
brings you into my store?
And turn around and start poking all the different.
Hey Joe, out of character,
Are you actually
we
handsome?
were
I don't
just
know.
coming for talking, kind
Yeah,
of,
and
right?
seeing if there was
Information.
anything weird here.
Okay.
Like I don't have any specific agenda other than poking every single one of these to see if one of them is a real monster.
Ooh, that's good.
that wasn't actually
farming XP away from the party. Yes.
We oh no, that's a spoiler. Sorry, never mind. I was gonna say something, but it'll be a spoiler for Amphibia, so I won't.
Amphibia.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. All right. Taking a pause to glance a little closer at the not Griffin. Now,
Manticore.
Josh, you got me
Manticore.
confused with that campaign. Manticore, thank you. Now I'm confusing
Wasn't there
giant
Manticore
winged
in
beasts.
the campaign too?
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a lot of them.
It's what the guy rode.
Um, glancing a little more closely at the Manticore, turn around and say, "Well, we're just in town. We've just arrived from over the lake, and kind of getting a feel of it. We may be here for a short while longer, and honestly, as one of the couple of shops in town, there's not a lot that I've seen that compares with this quality."
Well, I do enjoy finer things, and the simpletons here don't seem to understand that. So I guess you lucked out and walked into the one good shop. Joe, you eventually poke what you think is a stuffed bat, but it is definitely not a stuffed bat. It is definitely a real bat, and it just starts to fly around the room. And when you do, it right in front of you, frightening you and Albert, and Philicantor just sighs. Just, why are you touching Penelope?
Is this your bat?
Can you not tell a live bat from a stuffed bat?
Well, I did just say the quality of this is a step up. So
This is true. I am fantastic. Is there something I can help you with specifically?
yes, actually, I've asked. Let's see, Kit. I think one other person in
I
town.
will not stuff Kit if you bring him to me. I do not do humanoids. If that's what you are asking. You are not the first to ask. You will probably not be the last.
Oh wow, stuffed cat. No, that's it. That is not it. I've I asked other people, but they seem not as attentive to detail, one might say, as you could be. Was there possibly a golem of sorts that came through, more metallic than otherwise? This is it's weirdly connected to a group of people that we know, like, and this golem is sort of on the loose, and we thought had come through here recently. I don't know if the past few days or sometime this morning or recently. Shoot, none of this would work, knowing that we know now. Nobody knows what's
Well,
his
unless
name.
he does, and that's why we're here.
Okay, yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. Unless he somehow has an outside of time loop knowledge that we don't know about. Yep, you're right. Worthy line of inquiry.
Yeah, because bats are nocturnal, so like it resets when you go to sleep.
And
So
an
the
egg
bat-
is the circle of life.
Mhm.
Big.
And if a
brain.
bat were a batipus,
Wait, that
like a
stinks.
platypus,
Wait a
but
minute.
bat,
The
a
bat
flying
sleeps.
platypus, they would lay eggs.
The bat sleeps, wakes up, resets, goes to bed.
No. Yeah,
That's the life.
the bat wakes up to die. To reset every single day.
Wow.
Wait, does he reset like midair?
I have not seen a golem. No, I can't. No, I would say there hasn't been anything of that sort through here in a while. Or ever, possibly.
All right. And any issue with like critters coming along with a shop full of things that once were alive and now have gained a second life in this shop. Any, I don't know, infestations of small creatures.
You hear
trying to-
scratching from below the floorboards. He tapped his foot on the floorboards. I can't put my finger on it. But I do always feel like there's something sneaking around here. It might just be from being around these all day.
Oh, yes, well, several dozen eyes looking
And
out.
ears. And
and
tails.
ears. And tails looking out. I think that's just beholders though.
Oh, you want a stuffed beholder?
You have
Ooh, do you
one?
have those?
Back order. I was supposed to get a skin next week.
Do
So
you,
when it comes in, though, I'll let you know, and we'll see what we
how
can do with
okay?
that.
How do you get them to float? Is that like a magical thing that you go down to a shop or a wizard for like something, or like
I use
because I've
string.
seen them? Oh, okay, okay.
I
Well, fair
string
enough.
them to the ceiling very carefully,
I'm gonna try to coax
and
the bat down.
I take snakes and put them into the eye stalks to hold them still.
Well,
So
that's good.
I stuff a snake first, and then I put the snake in the eye
Okay, not
stalk.
live snakes.
Yes, yes. It's a lot of steps, which is odd because they don't have feet.
Well, yeah, neither of them have feet, not
Yeah.
the beholders nor
Well,
the snakes.
you might say a snake is all foot.
I say they're all shoulder, but
This is a conversation me and Matt had earlier today.
in church.
Ah,
Right.
yep. So I'll let you know about that beholder when it comes in.
Okay, yes, yes, it's very good. This honestly, I appreciate your time. Mm. You know what? Is there anything small like a squirrel or a?
There's the bat.
There is one
Oh.
squirrel holding a tiny spear.
It's not a fake one.
No, it's a fake one. It's stuffed. He stuffed it like this.
You know
He
what? I
found
know
this.
someone
gonna
who would
kill you.
love this. Can I get that one?
The squirrel?
The squirrel.
Sure. I don't see why not. And he pulls it off the shelf. It's 2 silver.
All right. Pay 2 silver.
There you go. You pay 2 silver. It'll be back in your pouch in the morning. And he hands you a little squirrel.
Yeah. And that'll be back in the shop in the morning.
I mean, technically, you
Excellent.
can buy them all and just throw them around the town, and it's not gonna matter.
I probably wouldn't have enough money for the Manticore.
Manticore, expensive.
That's probably real expensive.
It actually breathes fire. So Ulamog and Jordan walk into
A bar. Roll a dexterity saving throw.
yep, look out for bar. Walk into I think it's the Hearth and Pride is the name of his bar, which
Yes,
is
It is.
because he's a cat. And inside, Kit and Kendra are both working. Their children are running around chasing that goat inside now because that's all they ever do because they're NPCs. And there are several people eating dinner. Bellator is here. Carlton and his aunt are here. Yeah, that's it.
As I walk by Carlton's table, I just walk up, give a little knock on the table, and say, "Hey, Carlton, how you been doing?"
I don't believe we've met. But my reputation precedes me. You know me, obviously,
yeah,
as the greatest
clearly. You
delivery man of
that's-
all time.
That's what the tales say. That's only what I've heard. No, just checking in, just seeing how you've been doing with your travels, and
I've delivered many a package.
any new legends?
Nothing special. There
Oh,
was
that's-
though.
Oh,
I was roaming through the wilderness of Sire.
really?
Yes, yes. And it was so big, I had to take it down with both hands.
Ah.
It's a 12-footer. Amazing, huge monstrosity.
A beauty.
Yeah, yeah. It turned out it was a rug that somebody had ordered.
Oh,
And I don't know why these gnolls wanted a rug, but they did. So they got their rug.
hey.
Yeah.
Can't argue business.
And to this day, my greatest feat. I'm gonna go back to eating this pork chop now. I'm
gonna walk away, and I do. I go to the bar. I assume Ulamog's already at the bar, or are you interacting?
I go straight. I'm sorry. I was
Oh.
reading something that.
No, you're good.
I'm kind of like anybody who acknowledges me, like we make eye contact. I'll like politely gesture to them, but otherwise I'm walking straight to the bar.
I just wanted to do a quick check to see if he had any memory of
Yeah,
anything.
Yeah.
I figured it might be a little useful.
that would have been nice, but no.
I got
Yeah.
memories. I got any memories.
I go straight to the counter. Sit down.
You sit down at the bar, and Kit walks up to you and goes, "Ah ha ha! Who are you?"
My name is Ulamak.
Good to know. And your friend over there?
That is my adopted brother Spike.
Ah, I see the resemblance.
Of course. Can I get one of your stronger meads, please?
Sure. And he turns around and looks at all the bottles that are identical and goes, "Only the strongest," and grabs one and puts it in front of you.
I drop 5 gold on the counter and I say I'll take the bottle.
That's a lot of mead. Yep, this'll cover it. Yeah, this went right into my pouch. So, what brings you to town, stranger?
I pop the bottle and I chug like 2 shots worth.
Oh Lord, you're chugging mead and said it was shots. I obviously see you don't drink often.
Okay. I've only drank
am
once in my entire life. You can't make fun of me for that.
Mead is like beer. It's not hard alcohol.
So you do it in
Okay.
a margarita class.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, with ice and
Okay.
anchovies.
But I was referring to the amount of alcohol, not how I was drinking it.
2 shots. I want a
How
shot of
can you
mead.
tell that someone was raised Christian?
You know what?
One looks like this. One looks like this.
I hate you. I hate you all so much.
You take shots of mead, I take shots of whiskey. We are not the same.
Oh, no.
Good
no.
lord.
Mm.
Anyways,
The only shots I'm taking is at communion, though. You
Amen.
know, to think.
Conviction.
so
Only
I
shots I'm
take
taking are with bullets.
I pop the bottle.
Yeah, you like
I
drop
take a
one
few
in.
sips or chugs or whatever you want to call it.
Glug lugs. We call them glug
Glug
lugs here.
I put it, I just look and I was like, it's been a long day, but simply passing through trying to solve some family problems.
You got yourself some family issues.
Oh, don't we all?
Tell me about it.
With
I
that
come
being
from-
said, I walk up.
I come from a litter of 15.
I am
no.
so sorry. I have 5
Hey,
Me
brothers.
too.
Hey, Kit. How's it going? This is my biological brother, Ulamak.
I see the resemblance.
Ah, thank you. What do you have to drink?
Here's Spike. I have some of this.
Only the world's finest mead.
I saw you drinking it, Ulamak. Why do you drink so weird? I just,
It's a bottle. I'm an orc.
I pour it into a
Fits
glass.
in my hand just fine. It's like me taking my water bottle that is meant for normal people and just drinking out of it.
Just drink it out of a glass. They got bigger glasses if you want more. I just start drinking.
Okay. Anybody else do anything where I'm gonna roleplay bartender for
Yeah.
Let's do it. No, honestly, let's go.
This is therapy, Trevor.
Oh,
I think you
gosh.
forget the trauma that I just went through.
I think you forget that I do this daily for work. But with coffee, it's
I
slightly different.
do it too.
Okay,
I don't.
but you could if you worked at Dunkin'. Does anybody else want to do anything? No, you're
Ap-
drinking.
Oh, okay.
I'm drinking and then long resting. So
That was mostly pointed towards Joey and Matt, who are not in the tavern.
I
yet.
just feel like
Taking
I wanna
shots of
check out the
mead.
alchemist shop, but I don't know if we've done enough.
No, I mean, you had one conversation.
Yeah.
I typically put it to one action, but that action is normally a lot longer. So
Yep.
if you want to talk to the alchemist, I would say you would catch her as she's closing up for the night, and then the loop will reset while you're there. We'll do it that way.
We
That's
can just
okay.
break in after dark.
Good.
What about after dark?
We can just break into the shop after dark, or like after she leaves. That's gonna accomplish the same thing. We've already talked to her. She's chill.
But we haven't talked to her today.
We
Correct.
talked to her the very first day. She was the one who told us about her nephew.
Yeah.
Nope, not the same. Alchemist and
No.
shopkeeper, not the same
Oh.
person.
Yep, those are
Okay.
different people.
Okay.
We have not talked to the alchemist.
We've talked to
have
Alchemist in
not.
passing, never a full-on
Okay.
conversation.
All right. You got like an approach for this?
I mean, we could walk, and we could try to talk to her, or we could go with you and just wait until she leaves and then going inside and looking at her records.
Yeah, that's probably easier. Do we get any? Do you think there's any like information we can get from her now? I mean, we could just ask her if she can see the wizard tower or not, or like whether she thinks it's weird. That seems to be a tell for a lot of people.
That's true. Confirm that she is in the time loop, and you know what? Maybe ask her if she needs any replacements. What do you call it? Ingredients.
like a little
for-
like ingredients. That's good. That's good.
No, because we
Um,
saw our brother smash Jeremy's thing, so we're like, oh, we feel so bad that you had to make another batch. Let us buy you the replacement for it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that makes sense.
Yeah.
I think that's a decent approach.
Yeah. And if she needs like woodland ingredients. I don't know why that other guy didn't think I knew turtles. I know turtles. I know plenty of turtles. I mean, look at me.
I don't know. Well, maybe he just doesn't think you can hunt turtles.
You don't hunt.
Okay,
turtles.
saying
You
that
find
makes it
turtles and you pick
sound
them up.
like maybe I've. You know what? I've never hunted. I leave that to Ulamak most of the time, so maybe I have a
Ulamog hunts
skewed
turtles
idea of like the difficulty of hunting different
and
creatures.
gone
Like,
too
okay,
long.
it's more or less difficult than like hunting a lion.
I don't hunt turtles.
Wait, you think hunting turtles is like hunting a lion? Sorry, I spaced
Well,
out
well,
there for a
listen. I
second.
read a book once about hunting lions, so at least I can have like a standard against which to rate how to hunt turtles.
I'm so
What?
confused. She definitely hears us arguing about
Yeah,
hunting turtles.
well, no. Hold on. Let's see.
Oh, okay.
She doesn't. You realize you're walking and talking at the same time,
Yep.
and you get to the fence by her guardian, and you hear her as she's singing to herself, as she's touching and watering her mushrooms. And she's like, "Toadstools, oh toadstools, you're gonna grow up to be the bane for all my enemies. I'm gonna cut you up and put it in their tea, and you'll make all their insides bleed. I love you guys. Have a good night."
Can I roll inside check?
Yeah, go ahead.
What?
It's a 17.
Okay, good. Well, with that, she stands up, she dusts off her hands, and she goes, "Gotta gaslight the plants, make them think they're strong." And she turns around and sees both of you and goes, "Hello, hi.
Hi,
Would you like to buy some mushrooms?"
Hi, we're
no,
new to
they look
town.
like.
How long has that wizard tower been there?
The what?
I point to the wizard tower. The thing over that.
Ah. Well, that's news to me. Then again, my eyes are typically down and not up towards towers.
What
Thanks.
I'm sure isn't news for you is a slight mishap this morning outside of the Hearth and Pride.
Oh. You
Yeah.
you know Jeremiah?
Yes, well, our brother met Jeremy in a quite collusive way, and I'm making up that word now. I don't think it's real, but they
I've
hit
never
each other.
heard it.
Good.
It's
Collusive
And the
sounds good.
sunflowers haven't told me that they know it.
in
It's
a
a
collusive
fantasy
manner.
word.
Collusive.
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 Oh, perfect. Your pronunciation
This
would.
is how I talk now.
That's-
That's not
Emily
No.
the Alchemist.
wonderful to
said-
make your acquaintance, Emily. My name is Barshun. We just wanted to come by because it was very racking on our brother's conscience too, especially for a young man such as Jeremy to have to go through the extra stress of whatever it was he needed. So we wanted to come by. We know that it imposed on you to make whatever tincture he needed again. So we wanted to.
No, that was the last one.
Oh, I am.
How do you know Jeremy, and how do you know about his tonic?
Oh, he ran into our brother.
Oh, I know that, but how do
He
you
freaked out.
know him? I don't know if we should be really discussing.
Well, Bellator's springs are famous for their healing.
Well, yeah, but you can't. You can't heal his condition. If it's even a condition. I mean, some people would say that. I wouldn't say that, but
Well, I mean,
See,
whatever the boy needed, he seemed stressed about it. So
yeah,
we
I
thought
would be
we would
stressed
come by
too.
and what?
Should
I-
should
I
we
won't
be
have
scared?
another. Should you what?
Should we be scared for our brother having knocked into him? Is he gonna
No.
catch his condition?
I mean,
Is
he'll
it
be okay.
contagious, or
No, no, no. It's nothing. You can't.
Okay.
You can't catch it. I mean, that's just ridiculous. You guys know. You know him so well, so you have to know what's going on. But
Yeah,
you
but
know, he takes Nightflower tonic. That's all. I don't have any left, and I won't be able to get some until my foragers come back.
Would I know what that would be?
Why don't you give me a nature check?
Oh, perfect.
Nature check.
Oh wait, you're not perfect.
That's a natural 20.
Oh, perfect. Nightflower tonic is typical. Well, Nightflower itself is a fluorescent purple, pink, violetish plant that you can use to turn to a tonic to help. I wasn't going to give you a full, but I'll give you a full because I got out 20. It helps suppress psionic abilities. All the 3.0 players get really like big eyes. Everybody else is like, "What's a scion?"
Trying to think of how I'd react to learning or knowing that. Huh. Well, when did he? When did he find out? About like. Did he? Sorry, this might be personal. Like
I think you
Doctor
should maybe
confidentiality.
ask him. I've only been making him
Yeah.
Nightflower
I'm
for a
sorry.
month now, so it hasn't been very long.
Do you know where we could find some potentially?
Nightflower? Not here. Nowhere near this
Oh.
island. That's why my
Oh.
foragers, they come back every Wednesday, so just 2 days, and he'll be okay. Although he'll flare up, you know?
Got it. So you said you were talking to the sunflowers?
Oh yeah, they tell me things, and they have not said a single thing about a wizard tower.
Like actually physically talk or like
No,
feeling?
I'm an
Oh.
herbalist. I talk to flowers. It was a herbalist joke. I thought you'd understand, but I guess you don't.
It was
Well-
because she was talking to the mushrooms. I mean,
No,
they
I
say
got
that
it.
they say that like playing music for plants also does actually have an effect on them. So if
Mhm.
you wanted, then I pull out my dulcimer and give her a
Yeah, go ahead. Sure, why not?
All right, I start
Anything
picking
to make these
away.
mushrooms happy, because they are really mean.
Playing the
Mhm.
song.
So sorry, what are you doing?
It's playing a song for the
Just
flowers.
Playing some Mozart for the fantasy Mozart for the plants.
Fantasy Mozart the Dragon.
Yeah.
And while he's tuning up his dulcimer, do you want to talk to them? It's like I point to my whole thing that's going on here. Little owl on my shoulder. Druid garb. Anything-
She, confused, look at you, whispers kind of to Barsha, is he a wild homeless man?
wild. Check on that.
Also homeless.
Homeless. More like a transient traveler.
I
And
do
a man.
not
Yes.
deal with transcendental people.
Oh, that's why they are trying to. That's why you give him night because that's a little bit.
Look, Ernest Hemingway was a he was a transcendentalist poet, right?
He was. He was.
Oh,
That was my joke. We did it.
Solve the puzzle, guys.
I mean,
Can't
Whatever.
wait. If you can't speak with
Yeah.
plants, she can't
Yeah.
talk to the plants. You can talk to the plants.
But the plants get limited sentience and animation.
Oh,
So they will all start to move. I can make them dance to the songs.
do it. Live your life.
I don't know. This isn't
I'm
going
not
to do
gonna tell you
anything.
what to do.
And this is my last 3rd level spell slot. And she's not into it.
Just to
Like,
make plants dance.
This isn't going to get... No, I'm not doing this. She doesn't deserve this.
Wow.
dang.
I'll talk to them later.
Wow.
Actually, no, that's a good idea. I will talk to them later. They might know something about her.
Oh my
No,
god.
legit, like, if we were having a nice conversation, you're like, whatever.
Okay. Are you guys doing anything else with the alchemist?
Yeah,
no, we're
she
just
can
gonna
make a
wait for her to leave
DC
and then break into her
15
hut.
charisma wisdom
Oh,
saving
sorry,
throw.
that's right. You're trying to seduce the plants.
No. Well, maybe.
Trying to seduce her?
DC 15 wisdom, please.
Nice.
She fails.
Okay, she's charmed.
Oh, good.
And so, yeah, then I say to her, I truly do feel for how much effort Bellator must go through for Jeremy. Is there, what is Bellator's, do you think, like, his greatest effort? Because I'm sure it would be wonderful for us to help him. Answer. Sorry, answer.
What is his greatest effort in helping Jeremy?
Yeah, that she knows. Like in the past month, or before you started providing in such a kind way the tincture.
It is definitely him coming here every morning, bright and early, and getting the night flowers for him.
And I mean, he must be very busy with his business as well. Is there any projects that you've heard that he's been working on down at the spa?
Only what I hear from other townspeople. I don't get to the spa, ever.
Oh, you could
It's
have
not
fooled
really
me.
my scene. I enjoy the dirt and the mud too much.
Oh, I'm sorry. I mean, what are the things that Kit or Janet or
Oh,
been saying?
he works in the basement a lot. At least that's what Kit says. Yeah, I guess that's the only time I ever see Jeremy is when he can't come himself to get the tonic.
What? So it was Jeremy this morning that came,
Mm-hmm.
right? Yeah. Okay. Well, I very much appreciate you, and appreciate the work that you do for this town and for Jeremy. That's
Appreciate you too, and she boops you on the nose.
excellent. There's a smudge of dirt there now.
Yeah.
On my pale skin. And I give a short bow and say, I will take my leave and wish you and your mushrooms a good evening. And play as I skip away.
Okay, you're returning to the tavern.
Yeah.
I'm waiting until she leaves and breaking into her alchemist hut.
She goes, "Time to close up," and takes her sign down and walks through the front door and closes the door and turns on a light.
Oh, she's inside.
She lives inside the alchemist's house.
Wow. Break in anyways. No, monkey
Dang it,
breaks
should have
in.
saved,
No,
saved that third level for
Monkey
polymorph.
breaks in.
just what's in here?
Just King Kong's the house.
No, yeah, I think we're done.
Okay. So how many bar songs in is Ulamog and Spike right now?
Honestly, he would have just finished the one beer and said, "This isn't doing it for me. It's not really the same." And he would have walked upstairs to Matthias.
Okay.
Sorry, Ulamog. Good night. I'll see you tomorrow.
It's not the same because it's not with Barshoon, you know?
No.
Yes.
I kind of gesture
I
like,
mean, yeah.
like
Drinking partners are always different.
Yeah.
I kind of gesture like, "Good night, Spike," and then,
Yeah.
I don't leave the bar.
This
I
one
would-
is 3 more shots. Gulp, gulp,
Oh
gulp.
my god.
Yeah.
I'm just slowly downing this entire bottle.
And I would go to Matthias's room.
That's your room. You all stay in the same room.
Oh, okay, true. What would you be doing after communing with the person?
Hmm. You open the door to see a figure in tattered robes, with like browns and blacks, long robe, kind of burned off what seems at the very bottom, and a very like grayish head, no hair, facing away from you. When you open the door, it turns around, and it looks exactly like the lich that came through the portal.
I immediately draw the sword. Matthias.
Oh, sorry, I'm studying, and it's me.
That's great.
What?
Matthias.
I'm trying to understand how it moves with
yeah,
all this,
but after
like the ability.
But hey, okay. But after all that we've been through, could
I didn't know you guys were coming back so soon.
ow?
I let it drop.
Oh, thank you. I came up here to get calm and relax and yeah, okay. You can keep doing what you want to do. I was just wondering if you could call me cuz I'm done.
Can I calm you? Where is that? Oh, I'm past it. Did I? Is that a 3rd level? Wait,
I think it's a first.
no.
Oh, it's not.
Sorry. I was prepared for war today.
Great. It's okay. Now my blood pressure is high. After seeing that,
So just channel it all into your inner rage, waiting to be let loose.
Yeah, use those sorcery points that you have charged
Yeah.
up.
That's yeah. Okay. Gotcha. He walks over to the side and lays down and just pulls the covers over and goes to sleep. Or tries to.
Yeah. All right. Now, how does he do it?
I drink
Ulamog is
yeah, I drink
not going
until,
upstairs tonight.
I drink until reset.
Everybody else ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Since you're all inside, the glow, the rumble, the glow, coming through the windows, you all wake up in your room in the morning.
Long rest, yeah.
Oh yay!
We still have the skull, or the emerald skull.
No.
What is
Bombini.
Not my
Flomchini.
Bombini.
Kim bone bone.
All right, so I'm assuming we all agree to go first thing, get the skull, and then go to the wizard.
Yep.
I would have woken
Do
up.
we
as
have
early
to
as
prove ourselves again?
possible.
Oh boy, I sure hope not. Hopefully this guy's out of time. You know what I mean?
We can hope.
Oh, okay.
Are
Got it,
you
got it.
doing
Not that he's running
anything?
late.
Are you doing anything here?
No.
Before going there.
Spike wakes up early, takes the
Prepare my
dagger out,
spells.
and just
Stabs
practice it.
himself repetitively.
Yeah. No,
I'll go back to bed. Ah!
he takes the magical knife out and he's just moving it like through his
We
his
should have
fingers.
stabbed the skull with the knife and put it in stasis. It wouldn't have moved. Theoretically.
But he's
You're
like
crafting
just
over there.
not focused on anything. Just it's moving through his hands, and he's just focused in on the skull boy that Matthias turned into. That's
I
what-
don't
that's
think
what he's
Matthias is
doing in-
Skull Boy. Are you still Skull? Are you still the Lich King?
Not-
Matthias?
Is
Oh,
this-
you're in your mind still concerned with the image of Matthias as the Lich King. Is that what you're saying,
'cause
Jordan?
it's
yeah,
the
yeah,
morning.
yeah. No,
Yeah.
not Matthias as the Lich King, but just as
The
like
image
he's
of the
just
Lich King.
focused. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
just focused on the Lich, and he will remain that way until we get moving.
To the tower.
Woo.
Before then, that's weird. So we have an opportunity because we had an interaction with Jeremy last morning.
That is
Looking
correct.
at him, observing him may be worthwhile because Emily gives him a tonic to suppress psionic powers for about a month. She has been providing this. And usually it's Bellator who picks it up, but this morning Jeremy comes and picks it up, which means Bellator is otherwise occupied by something important. It also says that Bellator has been working sometimes tirelessly in his basement, it seems.
You have a point.
So Bellator will be here again if he chooses to this morning. Wait, no, he isn't.
He's aware
He's
of
in
the
the bar, but he still has. Oh,
He
this
is-
morning Bellator came to the bar because yesterday, this morning, Bellator came to the bar because we screwed things up, and he had something more important to attend to than pick up the tincture for Jeremy, which was us.
correct. Which is when
Oh.
we had the conversation with him.
So maybe
Which
he's
led
not
to
here
me-
again this morning, and maybe Bellator is going to pick up the tincture for Jeremy.
We can go check and find out.
Find out. let's see if our neighborhood possibly, we're all on board. Like he's maybe the demon, right? Like that's a solid maybe.
It's a assumption that we can definitely make.
We've
At
labeled
the
him
very
as
least, he's an enemy.
we've labeled him as an enemy regardless.
Yeah.
Being as he threw us off from the plan yesterday, might I suggest going to the tower first and taking care of
Yeah.
the lich first, because I am trained in on that. And yesterday we spent time talking to him, and because of that, we couldn't take care of the lich, and we had to go through a whole thing. I feel like while it's fresh on the mind with the house, let's get it out of the way.
Well,
I like it.
I think
Let's
it's
examine the difference. In
all
who
I want
gets
to
the tonic. That's all.
yes, my thought is if we walk outside and it's Jeremy, then Bellator's still going to the basement. If we walk outside and it's Bellator, then we might have a different issue on our hands. Right?
Either way, I'll
We're
take
just
the lead on this.
We're just walking outside. Yep.
We'll go with that.
And I
We'll walk
kind of gear
outside
up and go
look
downstairs.
down the road.
So here's the story. We're going for a hike. And just kind of seeing what the area is like, since we now have infinite time to be gods or whatever. Right? That's where we're gonna stick with.
Sure.
good stuff.
Sure, we're just playing around. We're just playing in the space. Time, the space and time. the
What-
time
Listen,
space.
Bellator, we're just playing around in this space. We just gotta feel out what the
Play
creative
with me.
energies are.
What are we doing outside?
Looking to see if anyone's coming to pick up the tonic. Any
Uh,
cards?
Trevor, what time of day is it?
Morning.
Like, roughly hour wise, if we were to guess.
6 a.m. That's when the loop resets too.
Okay. At
Oh,
8
are we going out and shouting at the sun? Is that what we're doing? Or are we doing the?
Are there a lot of these tonics?
Everyone goes and shouts at the sun.
Are there a lot of these tonics in the shop?
Oh hell no! There's like one left.
No, it's
There's
the only-
literally
yeah.
one. Why don't we buy it and go?
Oh, just to see what happens, like when he doesn't.
I'm
Take it
not
from
looking to
Uncle, I guess?
watch. I have one thing on my mind. I'm just saying, rather than spend time sitting here, why don't we just take it and go? He won't like it. We already know that he isn't liking us. So we might as well go and do the thing that we were set out to do initially, rather than have him thwart the plan that we had initially again.
But is it
a
for
problem.
him? Is it like his prescription though?
We're giving
so
him
it,
16 or 12 extra hours to
Let's
mess with us
throw in a
by
little
showing
extra
our hand.
money. I feel like
Or we just
between
take
me and Bashun, we could probably be pretty persuasive to this lady.
Or we just take it and we ride out of here on a bunch of war horses that I summoned from forest spirits.
Okay, again, the issue is we are tipping our hand 16
You-
hours before we need to, and giving Bellator
What?
an entire day to screw with whatever
All
he
we-
wants.
All
to,
we're doing
because
is
right now he doesn't. He's under the assumption that maybe we're okay. If we do anything now, he knows for sure we're not.
all we're doing,
Maybe
Spike,
this-
to comfort your worries, because I understand your frustration. All we're doing is walking out the front door, seeing whether it's Bellator or Jeremy picking up the potion, and walking forward. We are not stopping. We are just walking, observing, walking.
But don't we have to wait to see if it's them?
No,
How
because
long
the
are we going
timing,
to
the
wait?
timing of the day, it should be about the right time.
I mean, aren't we out there right now? I thought we said we
I think
walked
we were all
out
walking
the
out
door.
the front door and looking.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
we were
no,
gonna,
no,
and
we-
then you started talking.
You
so
started talking and making sticks, so we
stop.
did
Okay.
not leave.
Okay.
In case
That
Bellator's
wasn't
downstairs or
clear.
whatever.
The last thing I heard was we were out on our way out. I mean, if this takes too long,
It's-
I know where I'm moving. So
I'm with you.
it, my point is there. That's all.
Yeah,
I'm
if we're
saying.
not there, if they're not
I
there,
mean,
we bounce.
You guys don't have to go to the tower together.
Yeah,
That's also
I,
true.
Because
You know it only
Oh, you
takes
just
two
need
people.
to-
Yeah, that's right.
It takes two people to get in. You know that.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, then
It
if
could
one
literally
person wants
be
to come with
and
me,
my owl.
I'm
I would not recommend it. Please come with me.
no,
will.
I can go to the tower with you. That's
In character, I would probably forget one or two of the traps and get stuck in there.
yeah, exactly.
I think it would be very wise, haha, to have someone with high wisdom. That was more of the joke. To to go to the tower because you probably will have to prove yourself again, and you'll need to actually succeed on your wisdom save.
Okay. So you and me have the highest wisdom, probably.
Well, for a
me,
save,
me and the druid.
for
Yeah.
Here's
for
the deal.
okay, I was gonna
we're
say
all
for
three.
me, I have the extra save for any sort of saving throw.
I feel like it's Spike that goes and someone else, not me though.
Yeah, because
Actually,
I have a
let's go.
+5 for the saving throw for wisdom.
Same.
And I also give a benefit to anyone who goes with me.
But hey, that's a good point. There's only 2 of us who need to go. I'm interested a little in what goes down here. So I'm fine if
Yeah.
Spike sounds like he wants to go. Who would like to
Just-
accompany him?
Just want it done.
Yeah, we'll go scout ahead. If we
I-
get stuck in there, I'll try to squeeze Albert out a window to come and have you come rescue us. Or I guess if you get to the wizard's cave and we're not there, we're stuck in the wizard's tower.
So your
Hopefully-
your
Yeah.
goal is to be done by the afternoon and be at the cave by then.
Correct.
Yes.
Okay.
I
Um,
because of the prior conversation I had with Bellator that did not end well, I'm also going to go to the Wizard Tower, even if it's
Okay,
a third
cool.
person, because me and him do not like each other at the moment.
Me and Barshoon will handle the smooth talking. All right, you got it.
I'm ready for all the natural ones that I'm gonna roll in the next 12 minutes.
Okay, so which 3 of us are going to the tower then? Okay, so
You,
Spike.
me,
okay, you, me, Spike. Okay.
River.
The non-devil ones.
Yep, the
Um,
deviled ones stay. Okay, so you guys head out the tavern.
Why hoof it when you can huff it? I
Oh,
conjure
shut
animals,
your
war
mouth.
horses.
Conjure
Right.
war horses.
Just to cut down on time. Like we want to
Yeah.
get to the wizard's cave as fast
You're
as
right.
possible.
Yeah, just
That's
summon
fine.
3 horses, we boot it.
I do
Alright.
still have Phoebe.
Hoof it.
Riding 2 of
You would boot it if you were.
Oh, you do have Phoebe?
I never
Um,
lost Phoebe.
Okay,
She
I'll
never
just summon
died.
2 rhinoceros. No. I'm
Oh,
just
come
kidding.
on, please! That would be so much better.
They're slower. They're slower than horses.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Okay.
I think horses are the giant elk. Maybe no, it's fine. I'd summon something. We ride it there.
Mice.
Horse, elk,
Tiger
something.
sharks.
A herd of mice.
Yeah.
You sit on top of them, they carry you there.
I
Alright,
could
you
summon
guys
8
you guys head
wizards.
to the wizard tower. You guys head out the other door, towards the alchemist.
Mhm.
So
I'm gonna take a couple seconds and adjust my spells because it's still the early morning for
mhm.
what I'm actually gonna be doing.
Yeah, go ahead.
But we should be good going
Cool.
here in a second.
To the
Okay.
wizard tower.
Yeah, you guys get to the tower.
Walk up to the door and say the password, which I believe is
Please.
it's welcome,
Welcome?
isn't it?
It is. The lock comes alive and talks to you and opens up.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Thanks.
bud.
Yeah, there you go.
And
I said all the things I said the last time you were here. 'cause
Yep.
I forgot.
Oh, good. I'll step up and
Ulamak,
choose.
you step on the step with me. Riva, you still have that stick, right?
Yeah, I got a stick. I got an owl. I got 4 horses.
Also,
all working.
Ulma could literally just carry you.
I literally could.
That's
Who-
true. That's true.
I could, yeah, I can carry whoever I want. Because that's a thing that we forgot I can do.
Probably carry both of us and just like step on
One
both
foot
steps at
on
the
each
same
side.
time.
Push-
Yeah, yeah,
Ulma,
yeah.
Push
Ulma Caravan carries River up the stairs.
Yeah, I can carry
Wait,
480
okay.
pounds.
But you go from room to room because you know all the puzzles.
Cool.
Yeah.
You know, you guys do the stone puzzle by grabbing each one and then saying what it is. You get to the next room and you do the door puzzle, and then you get to the next room, you do the painting puzzle, you get to the next room, you do the mirror puzzle, do the bedroom
Lucky to pull
puzzle,
turkey.
and you get to the top floor. And that's when we go to the alchemist's house. Because you guys definitely would have been there before that.
Oh, we have to do the mirror thing again.
Yep.
That's wild. Okay.
That-
No, you're fine. I didn't.
Josh Martin said it though.
Yeah, that was the whole point of why I was gonna.
I'm
I
o-
hope he's right here for everybody else. I'm pointing directly at him in my screen.
Yeah.
No, he's on the
Pointing
other side
off
for me.
into nothing.
Yeah.
For me. There we go.
There you go.
There
Um,
we go.
No, I knew that's why, but I don't know why I forgot about it like for 2 seconds. Sorry, continue.
So,
Perception check from Barshun. And Matthias, just both of you.
Perception.
Bardception 16.
21.
Okay, you
baby.
both see you both
I've
see the
got
same
God
thing.
on my side.
Janet is sweeping her porch. Carlton is organizing fruit on the outside of their shop. Phil and Cantor is not far from you guys. He's walking towards his shop carrying a giant turtle. Walking this way, so opposite, is Jeremy and Bellator. And Jeremy looks rather frazzled. He's looked pretty normal whenever you've seen him, pretty calm, cool, and collected. But his hair is disheveled. His clothes don't seem as nice as they typically do. He's a little fidgety. And as they kind of come in sight of the alchemist house, he breaks out into like a sprint, while Bellator is stopped by Phil and Cantor, who is showing him his turtle.
We got to do something.
Oh, Emily's also tending to her mushrooms.
Anything. You're the man with the plan.
Note this information might be enough. I think we don't tip our hand until literally this evening or hopefully tomorrow when things reset and we've gotten the wizard free and maybe that changes things. I don't think we tip our hand this early and give Bellator an extra entire day.
Then we don't show
think.
ourselves. Come here. And I will bring us around a corner to where we can't see. We can see, but it's too far for us to really hear what's going on. And we're kind of in like an area where people would be like, "Hey, it's you over there." You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then in that space, I believe, yes, I'm going to cast Clairvoyance and plop it right next to the front door of the alchemy shop and choose to hear through it.
Okay. You hear a conversation that starts with Emily humming about toadstools and Jeremiah running up and very frantically saying, "Hey, hey, hey, hey!" like tapping on the fence and being like, do you Nightflower? Got my Nightflower tonic?" And she's like, "Oh, good morning. You seem anxious. Would you like some green leaf tea? No? Yes? No, just Nightflower. Just the Nightflower." Okay. And she heads inside to retrieve said tonic. Bellator eventually walks over and you hear them speaking. And, "Oh, did you get it?" "No, not yet. She's getting it. She's getting it. She's getting it." He goes, "Calm down. It's fine. A day is all right. You won't actually trigger out until later." And, "Well, you know what happened last time." And he goes, I don't want to talk about what happened last time. We talk about what happened last time all the time. And I have that weight on me, and I don't need it right now. I just need my Nightflower. Yeah, you do. Here she comes. And then she comes over and she hands a bag to Jeremy.
And they walk off into the sunset.
And they walk off into the sunset.
I relayed the information.
Okay. Huh. This is interesting, but I don't know if we can draw a lot of conclusions from it.
I was honestly on the fence on whether or not Jeremy was caught in the loop as well. Maybe maybe the potion was keeping him in the loop. Not true. So he's just outside the loop for a reason we don't understand. I can see Bellator somehow having powers that help him do that, but Jeremy seems rather average until now, of course. But
well, the tonic is to suppress psionic powers.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that is.
So I have been blessed with not blessed with. I was born with incredible affinity to influence people's opinions. You were born with incredible affinity to direct the vestiges of the wills of the gods that are left and use those powers to shape reality in ways. And our brothers were blessed in ways of attunement with nature and an understanding of game and tracking and perception and the connection with
Your
the
monologue
ocean
anytime.
gods. Scions are whack as hell.
Thank you.
They
Perfect.
do things with their minds, brains, that like you and me, we need to tap into some sort of thing external to ourselves, or like even us all being so different, there's a flow of magic that we understand. Scions don't do that. They will things of like their own unction.
That's the
So
word
we
of the
know
day.
that there is something very unstable, that something being Jeremy, inside of this bubble that Bellator is trying to keep a cap on, and we know that that cap blew up at some point in the past. That's one maybe possibility for why the loop is on, but I don't see how that logic quite fits. Just spitballing a little bit.
True. Do we get involved and loosen the cap? Or
Yes, that's the next step, which is multiple days.
do we
So
want
we'll
to do
have
that?
to-
Because that seems like a area of effect capsize.
You know what? I think we see how the wizard plays out. If it's something that is immediately knowable to Bellator, then we start loosening the cap and then also do the lighthouse and then loosen the cap on the next day and just have to figure this out. Ideally, we do have the advantage because we are closer to the shop than Bellator and Jeremy should be in the morning.
It sounds like I'm finally understanding truly that she has no idea. Really. Like it's not a prescription thing. We could honestly go up to her every morning and be like, "Hey, I was wondering if you have any night flower." It's like, "Oh yeah, it's right over here," and we buy it.
Possibly.
So
Though she does have in her mind a month-long relationship of providing night flower.
true, but she doesn't know that he wants it today until he comes.
You buy like a month's habit, which manipulatable enough.
We do need to. I think it'd probably help if we're going to do that to understand what night flower treats. I mean, yeah, it treats psionic abilities, but not be like, I have psionic abilities. Help me. Oh yeah, you do? Yeah.
Well, it suppresses them. That's kind of it. And so, assumedly, I mean, you put it best. There's a cap on Jeremy currently, and loosening that cap could throw bar. I was going to say my own name. I'm so vain sometimes. But very rarely could throw Bellator into more chaos than he'd like. So I think that's absolutely the plan. Mess with the supply, free, because if Jeremy is a prisoner, part of the prison may be Bellator having convinced him that he must take this for his own good or for the good of the town. Probably. But screwing that up could be pretty chaotic, and I kind of like that a lot.
Yeah, you do. Wow.
I got to start working on like a soundtrack for when he goes. What did they say in the in the novels, in like the short novels? Uh, uh, and some of the plays sometimes that they show like every week, and then you end at the cliffhanger, and the next week on, um, Dragon Ball E. The E is for Eberron. Super Sun. I
Dragon,
can't
it's
remember
Dragon
it.
Crystal E. Gosh, gotta collect all the Dragon Crystals. Whoa, Dragon
Goes
Ball Z
Super
is just
Saiyan.
about Eberron.
Man, I haven't seen that play in a long time.
Mm.
See,
I
don't
prefer
tell
the
River,
Ultra
but
version.
I planned our movements around when that troop was performing, so I could always catch the next
Mhm.
episode. Oh, secret pleasure.
We should go.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would say don't die, but it doesn't matter.
His
Thanks
point.
for the
Only
vote of
mentally.
confidence.
You enter the top floor of the Wizard Tower. And just like last time, it's lined with mirrors. There's a fog swirling in them, and the cloaked figure walking through them. And he gives you the same "you're going to get tested" spiel. You all dazedly looked at your mirror like last time. Joey,
Well, I would try to. No, this is pretty powerful magic. He's a super wizard. I'm not even gonna try to dispel it. Never mind.
Jordan.
I would make sure we're all close enough, everyone within 10 feet of me for the mirrors, just so I can make sure that they're somewhat protected.
Okay.
And then Josh, I will bless you,
Cool.
so you can throw a D4.
D4
Cool.
Right,
onto my
that's
save.
for. Is that for saving throws?
You are correct.
Yes. Okay.
And can I ask Albert to try to snap me out of it if I lose myself in there?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, Joey, you're also blessed, and I
Thank you.
blessed myself. I can bless 3 creatures.
All
I forgot
right.
about that.
Okay. The long necrotic hand reaches out from the mirror, clutches you by the head, and you begin to re-enter that trance state. And you see the beginning of each one of your trances, and then it immediately stops, and almost like a video rewinding, you're pulled out of it, and the hand lets go of you and recedes back into the mirror. And from up on the front of the room where he exited the mirror before, the cloaked being walks out and stares at you all. If you think he's staring, you can't see his eyes. And he says, "You've been here before.
Yeah.
You've been
Yeah.
through this before."
Yeah.
Yeah, you're stuck in a time loop. We need the skull thing to get us out of it.
You did
Sorry.
things to me I didn't particularly like.
It was for the greater good.
Heard that before. Where's the skull? Can we have it?
It's against my better judgment, but I won't test you twice. I have rules. Take it. And if you see Darthar, tell him I'd like to speak with him. And he turns and walks back into the mirror he came out of.
Cool. I walk up, I grab the
Thanks.
skull,
Yep.
and we leave.
Run.
Running down the stairs,
Up
running
on
down
the
the stairs,
wolf
running
house.
down the stairs.
Oh, you're blessed on the way out. Gosh.
Use the spell slot,
Fortune and
everything.
Matthias get to the bottom of the stairs. Like, they walk there, they're talking about what's going on the whole time, they're formulating. You guys are like, and they're like, yeah, well, what if we do this? What if we do that? And you guys are strategizing. You get to the bottom of the stairs and you go, you go first. No, you go first. No, you go first. And then these guys come running out of the door at the top of these stairs, just go.
On the horses.
You
I
get your
immediately
horses.
I get a running start and I jump onto the back of my horse and just go.
The horse definitely needs to roll a strength. It's a war horse.
It's a.
I'm not that heavy.
I don't know.
Go for war.
You guys book it to the cave. You get there just at the cusp of afternoon because, as I said before, everybody gets one action per
Would you say that it would be
Time.
considered
slot.
high noon?
It is
High
high noon. You all die.
We all get sniped from the top of the lighthouse.
Yep.
Wait.
Does anyone have shield?
Tiny hut.
To block it. Perfect. You hear
Rope
it's
trick.
high noon. Tiny high.
You hear it's high noon. Rope trick.
Ooh, that's good too.
Yeah,
That's good too.
Perfect.
That helps.
But
Perfect.
not for the regular use. You don't climb up. You aim it at him and attack him with it.
I've seen
That
road
makes
trip.
sense.
Literally, in this campaign, road trip has been used for everything except for what it's intended for.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Swing across a chasm.
Yeah, that's what it's supposed to be for. Nope, you guys try to teleport with it. Somebody read one Reddit post once. That's why.
Yep.
How you can use rope trip to kill a dragon.
Most definitely.
Oh.
You get to the cave. At high noon, enter the cave, and you already know where the boulder trap is. You know what's in each room. You know the command ward. You know where the traps are. There are no skeletons. The boulder trap is not tripped when you go in. I imagine you're all just gonna not trip it because you know it's there. Yeah, okay. You enter the earth elemental room and you actually get to see it as it should be. And you see that there's a glyph of warding on the other side. That was broken last time from something coming out of the cave. The elemental is essentially dormant. Like, you see how it kind of sank into the floor last time. It's in that state again, where it's just sitting in the floor, not out, not active. You're able to cross the glyph going in, which you do. You get to the flame trap room. None of the traps are tripped yet because the skeletons aren't there laying on top of them, putting weight onto each
Right.
pressure plate. You know where the plates are though,
Yeah.
so you run around them. You get to the room where the wraiths are.
The command word. It was.
Obey me.
Obey me. The wraiths don't
Obey
kill
me.
you.
Yep.
And then you finally get to the last room, and in there, the lich is not in the room yet. There are several piles of bones sitting around, like scattered amongst the little like battlefield part. The portals are moving, and in the center of the room, in a meditative stance, sits Darthar. The pedestal is there with all the items. Actions on you guys.
Say hi or just
Who
kinda
has
get
the
the word?
skull? Me,
I do.
Trevor, or okay.
Ulamog had it.
We knew his name was Darthar, correct? That's not
Yep.
it. Okay.
Doth R.
We brought the skull.
Yes, let us interrupt the wizard while he meditates. And he stands up and he pulls a
No,
pocket
I
watch out of
roll
his
every
pocket and
morning.
goes, "Oh, you're here earlier. Good job."
Ulamog, really professional. Yeah.
We're in a rush, aren't we?
And then he goes, and 2 minutes to spare.
All right.
No time to burn then. I go sit down in front of the orb.
Okay.
And start doing its machinations.
Speaking of which, no time to, or time to burn, whatever you said. Something about burning.
Yeah,
I prepare to cast Wall of Fire directly in front of the two portals the moment that
Cool.
anything comes out of that.
I
the
prepare
moment
to
that
cast.
skeletons or a lich come out of them. If our long lost brother Jeremiah steps out of there, I will not Wall of Fire him.
Our
And,
long lost
I would-
brother Arnold?
I would stand at the other one and prepare to cast Gust of Wind.
Cool. Yeah, he does like the same thing. He begins like drawing a glyph into the ground. Matt, you get into the sequence, and while you're getting into the sequence, the portals really like whirl to life, and a few skeletons begin to come through. And he immediately like lightning bolts a bunch of them.
Yep.
The firewall comes up and starts burning them. Gust of wind throws them through the firewall.
I start
The-
hacking whatever actually gets through all of
Yeah,
that.
you're running through that. You're literally just spawn camping, like these guys as they come through. And the orb flashes, gets to green Emerald Skull. Matt, you put the skull in, it absorbs it. And when you do, the orb like lets out a large shine of color. Like it radiates like a blue color, and all those suits of armor on the wall animate and fall off of the wall.
Yes.
They turn, and Darthar goes, "Oh, finally!" and like cleans off his shoulders, and he goes, "Go close it. Get in there." And all of the animated suits begin to just walk through the portal,
Nice.
to take care of the issue. And then he turns to you guys and he says, "A lot better than yesterday. I was really getting tired of dying."
Yeah, it's not fun.
It's really not.
Hate it. Been through it. Through that.
Your tower alone almost killed me twice, so I understand.
You win some, you lose some, you know?
Indeed.
Oh, by the way, before we continue on, I'm starting with the man in the mirror. He wants to speak with you. He said it before we left.
He's asking you to change your ways.
Well,
Well, he wasn't happy that we returned.
He won't- he won't remember he wants to talk to me tomorrow, so.
Fair.
But you will.
I
yeah,
will.
how are you not?
You came in.
Why don't
to
we
here.
talk about this somewhere else? And he snaps, and a door appears in the middle of the room,
Where the
and he
glyph was?
opens it. What?
Was it where the sigil was in the ground? Because you said you drew something in the
Oh
ground.
no, he was actually casting like glyphs in case they got through.
Oh, okay, I thought that
Um,
was like him preparing a teleportation circle or something.
No, he
Okay.
snaps, and like a purple energy goes off of the snap and makes a doorway.
Okay. Yeah.
And then a door appears, and he grabs the handle and he opens it. And on the other side, from where you're looking, you can see his dining hall with the
That
mirror
we've been
room.
in. Yeah.
Yep. And he goes, "Shall we?" Yes.
I could use some more turkey.
Do you have more turkey? Because last time Ulamog ate the
Well,
entire room.
No,
Well,
and
there
also
should be
this
at least
time,
one.
because you had to
Yeah.
get through
He
this
had to do
room,
it again.
he ate a whole
Oh, that's
turkey
right,
in
all the
4.5
turkey's gone.
minutes.
Oh, yeah.
You are
Again.
not if you are still hungry, you definitely broke that horse.
We can try to find a turkey. The animated
Ideally,
suits
the
of
horse would be
armor
broken before
like
you ride
walk
it.
back out through the portals, and the portals like whirl down. And they begin to stand guard. And he goes, just what I designed you for. Come, and he walks through the door.
Cool. I'll
Yep.
follow.
Cool.
Time to
Cool.
go.
That was a lot easier than expected.
Well, yeah, it changes all depending on what time you get there.
Cool. Yeah. I guess we all agree.
Back inside the wizard's home, he sits down in one of the high back chairs and just breathes for a second. And he goes, "I don't know how many days I was in there. That was a long time. I've only been eating the granola in my pocket that entire time." And he grabs one of those crab legs out of the soup and he just starts chomping on it. Oh, he's also a dragonborn, which I don't think anybody ever would have saw because they're extremely rare in Eberron. So there's that.
No, you did bring it up last
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, so there's
no,
also that.
That's a good point.
Essentially a
Your
stink.
race
so.
intrigues me.
That's one way of saying hello.
All right.
So, when and where did you come from? And why?
Oh, it's
who?
a very long story, I guess.
I already know how babies are made before you go into that.
Oh,
topic.
you know how hatchlings come about. That's good.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
don't.
Actually,
We
I,
skipped 20 minutes of the story just by knowing that part.
there you go.
I knew that part.
Nice job, Spike.
I actually don't know how Dragonborn.
I'll tell you a different day, River.
Wait, you
One day.
know?
Yes, I know how hatchlings
When
work.
you're older.
Did you meet it? Okay.
I came
know
to
how
this
reptiles
island.
work.
I came to this.
That's right. You hunt turtles.
Yeah,
I
you do.
don't hunt turtles. Where did you hear that from?
You do now.
The alchemist lady.
I
No,
never-
I don't.
I never.
Wait, no, it was
hunt.
you.
I hunt beasts. I just know how other creatures work.
Sorry. Continue.
I came to this island. It's like when you're trying to talk to NPC and just keep hitting B to back out of the conversation and you're just restarting it. I came to this island over 200 years ago because of those portals. Back then, they called me Death's Scourge. That lich you had the unfortunate pleasure of meeting was a partner of mine at one point. That's the only way for him to come back. His phylactery is on the other side. So I took it upon myself to constantly watch it. Hence, I live here in this tower on this island. Any other questions? Oh, the time thing.
Yep.
Well, a week ago, I wouldn't say a week ago, however long it's been, whenever it was, I felt something was wrong. Something was stirring. We've been working on this project for so long already, and I thought I needed something to protect my mind. So I crafted this amulet. And he shows you like an amulet with like a sapphire in the middle. And it simply put shrouds my mind. I can't be charmed. Thought you can't touch my brain. So I guess I'm here. But the spell effect of making me forget doesn't exist.
Do you have any idea why it wouldn't work on us?
Well, how long ago did you enter?
About a week ago.
But we walked in from the outside.
Curious.
We came in looking for a Warforged from the outside who went missing.
A what?
Around the outside.
Round the outside, round the outside.
No, it's a Warforged is a sentient construct, very similar to man, but
Metal Man.
it's
Late 200 years.
By the way, could you
Re-
not eat the crab legs in front of me? Because like I feel like you're doing it on purpose. And
Delicious.
Hold on, Spike.
Nice.
Hold it. Okay, stop. Is 200 years ago pre-morning? or
Pre-morning.
post-morning?
I mean,
Pre-morning.
the date they initially gave you
was
was
pre-morning.
just briefly before the morning.
Yeah.
Well, no, I'm thinking this
Oh,
guy
and he did-
200 years ago. The time bubble has been here 1,000 years, but this guy, Darth Artox, questioned Warforged.
Yeah, the Warforged wasn't until after the morning.
Wasn't until after morning.
Okay.
But this,
So he's pre-morning.
how long? What was our timing for the bubble roughly? Was it 1,000 years? No.
Yeah,
No.
it was the bubble was. No, they've spent at least 1,000 years, like time wise.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Or something like that. I don't remember. I never gave you an actual time and date.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The date that
Regardless.
you had when somebody had given it to you was literally like not even a year before the morning.
Yeah, it was like days.
Like it was the same time of.
Yeah.
But right now we are currently
Everybody here
a
is
few
pre-war.
decades past morning. Our time is a few.
Oh yeah, you're way past morning.
Yeah, 200
Like
years ago was the morning.
Yeah, the current state of Corvair is it's way in the past. The Great War's super over.
Okay, how many though? Like is
No.
Darthar?
So the date that we've had is around that 200-year mark. So he came in before the morning, and
Okay,
then
so
the
the
morning
morning is
happened, and then 200 years happened.
180 years
Yes.
ago.
Yes.
Yeah.
Somewhere
about-
around there. Okay. Just
Roughly.
had to get that right. I don't know why I had 1,000
Yeah.
years.
So it
in
was
my head
Darthar came to
somewhere.
this
Gotcha.
island morning 200 or 180 years us.
Yeah, something
Ish.
like that. Okay. So did you come when the bubble was up, or did you come before the bubble went up? You were working on the. I'm just not following
What did-
100%. Mainly because our entrance has been different, but there's a little goblin meat thief who's also here. It's weird. Duh.
What was your original
Thief's
purpose
still
for
out there.
coming?
Yes.
Well, oh yeah, Meat Thief. He's an idiot.
Yes.
He's also sneaky. So if someone was casting a spell on the whole town, he can very easily be overlooked.
Indeed.
He's also an idiot.
What?
Sometimes when you're that stupid,
That's what
Huh.
I'm saying for.
Wait a minute. Do the squirrels remember?
possibly. Why do you think that one had a spear? He had said he alludes to things. He said he came here originally to stop the Lich from constantly re-entering the world.
Yeah.
But he also mentioned a project that he was working on when he was here.
That's right. Okay. If you don't mind me asking, what was this project you were originally working on?
Well, I need to know a few things first.
Okay.
Is the war still happening?
The war's been over.
For how long?
How long our time would the war been over? Like,
Whatever we
100
just said.
180
yeah,
years.
it's I was like,
150.
yeah, it's been over a century.
The war is over, and Sire is destroyed. Not by any nation, not like conquered, destroyed, not like ransacked, destroyed, like
Erased.
massive magical explosion, destroyed. Oh, that's a lot. Oh, I'm bad with like bad things happening and talking to. Oh boy,
And
I am very sorry.
so it didn't work then. Sire did not win the war.
What?
Yeah,
Didn't
out of all the parties involved, I'd say they lost the hardest.
What didn't work?
I was a part of a group of mages working for Sire. We were developing a type of siege weapon. It's complicated. It's a type of technomancy that stores magical energy from ley lines inside of it. We were making one here. There were several others throughout the country. The idea was you can drop one in an enemy country and it would magically control the country for you. I theorized, though, if you pumped them too full, I guess I was right.
You know, that sounds really messed up, right?
Yeah,
I'm not.
a
I'm
lot
not,
of things were messed up during the war.
I'm not getting the connection. Are you saying it would blow up or it would control people?
It would
'Cause that's-
control.
Okay.
It was
It would.
an
would-
extremely, extremely powerful conduit. It was filled with
then it-
pure magic. It would cast on its own. It would take care of people. It would police entire areas. It was made to stop the war.
But if it overcharged, sorry.
You're just munching on crab legs.
Can't beat them, you join them.
Those are good crab legs. I don't even feel bad. What happened if it overcharged? You kept cutting out, and I could tell you were reminiscing about something. I just couldn't see what that something was.
I
And
theorized that if it overcharged, if it couldn't contain the ley line magic, then, well, boom.
okay.
Yeah, and
But
if the stories have stayed relatively filled with, I don't know, at least 40% truth over the century and a half, there were maybe a couple more weapons like this for different purposes. That's if this is the way that your project turned out, I wouldn't be surprised if there were simultaneous projects occurring, which think of it like a trap that triggers a bigger trap that triggers a bigger trap.
Well,
That
they'd all be connected. It's through
Ooh,
ley
boy.
line magic. They touch each other. If one went off, they all went off.
yeah, that blows real hard.
Yeah, it does. Like all of
Okay,
Sire
okay.
off the map.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
I would like to make. I don't know if you want me to make a check for this, but in character, I'm trying to connect the dots between what he's saying and the loop that we're currently in, if there are any.
Okay.
Because out of character, my brain is saying, what if the loop is just part of a failed version of what he was trying to make?
It's a possibility.
Could I say that in character? Is that
Sure. Why not?
because it's just an assumption? I'm not. So, forgive me. I'm just going off the tip of my head and me trying to follow what you're saying. Is there any possibility that the time loop in any way is
Tip of my head.
top of my head?
Nah, he's an orc. He has a spiked head.
Amen.
call it Pinhead?
Shut
Yeah.
up.
Spike's head is.
But is there any way possibly that the time loop that we are currently sitting in is a failed mechanism of this project you were working on? What if the time loop is just the landlines trying to put up the field to control everything, but instead it is messed up and faulty and is simply just looping time?
If that was the case, wouldn't it have happened to all of them?
Or here's the other idea.
But if this one's faulty and what if there's a broken connection? Like,
if there were, say, a demon rampant across the continent which could control time, could it theoretically put this machine in a time loop to then influence the mind of every person in the area?
I don't see why not.
Okay.
It would need some kind of conduit to feed off of. Demons don't just have unlimited power. But I mean, if you're
Oh,
making
fudge.
a time loop, you can just constantly siphon off the people.
Hey,
are
Darthar, what do
within
you
it.
know about scions?
Well, they're from my time, I would say. Powerful. I believe there was a boy in the town who was showing psionic ability.
Yeah, powerful enough to charge up that mind control thing if a demon kept a time loop around. They're like that kind of powerful.
If you would have to put the scion into some very distressive emotional state. Most psionic ability is attached to their emotion. So if you have them in a constant state of distress, you can constantly, theoretically, it's possible.
Magic thought police machine. That's what I'm going to call this
genius.
thing. Magic thought police
So-
machine. I think that's close to accurate.
Matt and Josh, would you guys have relayed the information about Jeremy.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't want to say anything
On
without.
the war horses.
There you go. Brilliant.
Hey guys, you wouldn't believe when we figured it
Okay.
out.
Just making sure before I tried to use some of that information. So we're saying that potentially the name of the demon is escaping me. Not the time Twister of
Malithar?
Time, Malithar, thank you.
Twister of Time, Malithar.
So hypothetically we're saying that Malithar is using Jeremy as a conduit to control this failed experiment to create the time loop so he can siphon off of the people in the village. Is that what we're getting at?
Well, just to bring back to recollection, I mean, Matthias knows that he needs a host to be able to ever leave here.
Mm-hmm.
They need a host, and they have a relic they're attached to. Those are two things you know as a fact. So,
Yeah. So either Jeremy's the host or
he's the relic.
that would be interesting. I think there's a better chance the knife is the relic.
What? Yeah, I was gonna say, what if
Or the
this is the
sundial.
relic? I've been looking after it. Just a hunch. Were you the one that ordered this many years ago? Was this in your Amazon cart? Were you hoping to prime this and it just
Orcazon?
didn't show up? Orcazon? Yeah. That's
No, I'm
Amazon
pretty sure, like,
women
it's
dot
supposed to
letter.
be, like 6 foot
Hey.
tall, very buff women who deliver it, but for
Yep,
some reason
Orcazon.
somebody's nephew got on the. Well, it's still Amazon.
A network.
may-
they just
He's
throw it
bounced
Two-
around from that to FedOx to
two
Yes.
spectral mage
Yes,
hands
that's
appear in front of you. And he goes, "Can I see it?"
I don't know. Do we?
Uh,
Yeah, it's
yeah, probably,
we're
probably maybe
past.
a little insight.
we're
We'll be
past
dead at this
formalities.
point if he's traves us, you know.
Yeah. No, it comes over. He touches it. He feels it. Yeah, I remember this. It was going to be our failsafe. Kill
Oh.
switch. It's a temporal paradox, essentially. You stab it into something, that thing stops, puts it into stasis.
Nice.
I thought if the machine exploded, I can use this to stop it. It was crafted by a friend of mine, who is probably long dead by now.
Nice. What's the range on that? Like how big a base does that?
You gotta stab it into something to find out, I guess.
Oh, you never got to see it in action.
No, it never got to my hands.
We found it stabbed into a wolf, and everything was just. Yeah, it was just stuck.
So
in
it works.
It does work. We've only used it once before, and it was because we wanted to move a boulder. So, trust me, don't worry. We've been using it for very useful things since we found it.
Sounds it, and he
Yeah.
he sends it back to you.
Thank you.
Okay, so here's the thing.
The only
There
thing.
are, well, you know about Meat Thief, now named Matthias. That there's one update for you. Fun backstory to that, but in addition to him, there is Bellator, the curator of this spa, who does not have his memory affected by the reset and seems antagonistic to what we are doing to fix the paradoxes here. Fix the things that are looping and are bad, like you dying all the time. He doesn't like that, and he knows he doesn't lose his memory. And he is the caretaker of a boy, Jeremy, who takes Nightflower to suppress his psionic abilities. Those are all things that we know for sure. Yeah, have you seen the golem made of swords? That's another question. We didn't really get to that because these weird voices in my head started talking about dates and when everything works.
I've been in a cave. I have not seen your metal man.
Okay.
What did you say about Bellator? You
He
called him
remembers
what?
Caretaker of like the spa.
Where is Pharma and Petros? Are they not here?
Who?
Bellator was their apprentice. Pharma and Petros take care of the spa.
There's
They're
been
the
no-
mother and father of Jeremy. Jeremiah, as I know him.
There's been no mention of their names since we've arrived a week ago.
He killed them and is using that stress to power what he needs.
Not necessarily killed him. That reframes what you heard Jeremy or Bellator talking to Jeremy about, saying, or do you remember what happened last time you didn't take this?
And to
reframes
also
that.
add to that, the first time Matt talked to him, he did, like Jeremy did say, there are people that you can't bring back.
What was the name of the parents?
Petros and Pharma.
Okay.
So we can assume that they're gone.
They were clerics.
Which
They were also
explains the
helping me.
healing pools.
They thought that possibly the machine can be altered. Instead of being a weapon, we can use it to help people.
It could be a shield.
You can heal entire cities.
Hmm.
You can stop the plague by dropping one into it. You can reverse lycanthropy. You can undo an undead infestation. You can heal the entire land. I believe they were servants of the ocean, and they curated the lighthouse as well.
Interesting.
If there's anything that they left behind, it'd be there. Or if they're still here, they'd be there.
Just backtracking a little, because I've never met someone who servants of the ocean. I've never met a cleric that had made that commitment.
It's ancient. They learned it. What they told me, they learned it from a storm giant.
That's very interesting. It's a sidebar. We're trying to be productive. Crab in my throat. I'm sorry.
Sidebar. We don't have any sidebars. We have salad bar though. It's over on that side.
It's too late now. I already ate too much crab, and that was a bad decision. But it can continue.
Just to lay everything on the table.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm very sorry for, I guess, what you're going. If it helps, we're here because our town, our home is gone as well. That's the demon that's here serves another demon that popped up in our town and killed everyone, and then vanished to kill the world, presumably. Or to
You should talk to those weird fire cult people. Their name escapes me.
Yeah, Silver Flame.
Been there, done that.
They're fallen.
Oh, that's good.
Kinda.
Question: do we still have the flame?
Jael has it.
Jael
JL
has
Oh,
it
okay.
hidden in
Marwyn.
our home, which was set up by
Marwyn.
the
Marwyn.
elf by Marwyn with a sort of cloak in the area.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, it's cloaked in the
'Cause
woods.
I was gonna say, were we there? Yeah. Okay.
Like, oops, we forgot
Imagine
it.
we were
Now-
carrying the
Yeah.
flame with us.
Yeah, just bring it here. That's fine.
Oh, it would be really confused, probably. I don't know.
Or it would have the time of its life from the dark side. Anyway,
The time.
Yep.
So we're here to kill a demon or stop unlife keep a demon dead.
You could just
It-
say kill. It's
I guess
it's
kill.
a lot easier.
You
Stop it
don't
from getting
really
the body.
ever kill them. You trap them over and over again.
Yeah, so like untrap them out of a body into something else.
So,
Matthias,
the Great War's over. I
Yes.
contributed to destroying Sire. There's a demon trying to take over the known world. And the only people that can stop them are all gone.
Ah.
We're
You
here.
really view us that lowly? Come on, listen. You helped destroy the world once. Figure you can balance the sheets by saving it.
Matthias, you would know the information best. Can you help relay the information we know about the demons with Malathar?
Yes, I'm building a library.
That way our friend can understand.
Actual demon Bel Shalor chasing it down through the woods is the one who came out of the box, followed by 4 other lesser shadows, demons, maybe.
Lords of Ash.
Lords of Ash. One of them, namely Malathar, we believe is either here or influencing here. And we got to kill him.
And they need the body
And-
and an artifact.
That's right.
And also, okay, not a god of what do you call him? Like a
Emissary of fate.
palantir? Emissary. Thank you.
A fate. Omen. Yeah.
Told us that you were a friend, and also that Bellator had enemies in the basement, or that he was an enemy, and some other stuff.
Bellator was in the basement
There's a
and
kind
was
of
an
god
enemy.
here. There's a kind
The-
of god here. There's a kind of demon here.
The basement.
Of the
Yeah.
springs.
Hmm.
Is that new too?
No.
Okay.
Do you know what's down there?
My workshop.
Your workshop was underneath the springs?
Because he
That-
was
We were
working with
using the
clerics
healing water.
yes.
That he's had access to for upwards of 200 years. The son of the
Apprentice.
apprentice of 2 clerics with access to a full wizard's workshop for unlimited time.
And healing pools that have massive
And-
power.
The energies of an unstable psionic child.
This guy
I
sucks.
understand why you didn't want to leave.
Yeah.
This guy sucks.
When he said he was living like a god, he wasn't kidding.
He timed it all perfectly. He knew exactly when I had to go into that cave.
Huh?
You wanna
It's the whole town knew. They knew I would be gone for 2 days. It's like clockwork.
They've all forgotten you.
Okay,
They look
I
at the
missed
wizard
that.
tower and know nothing.
Wait, hold on. I
Yeah.
missed that. Bellator started this?
Possibility.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. No one recognizes your tower,
It's probably part of the spell.
so that no one comes and gets you to mess with him.
I've been locked in eternal combat.
For 200 years.
Because you're the only
And-
one that wasn't affected by it.
And everyone believes the lie that Bellator has always been the caretaker of the springs.
Yep.
And the caretaker of Jeremy.
Matthias, why do you have your hands in the air?
It's not, Matthias. I have a question.
Hmm?
Is it 1,000 years or is it
200,
200
200,
years?
200.
200.
200.
I
So-
think why we keep saying 1,000 is because I believe Jeremy said he's dealt with something for 1,000 lifetimes. I think he said that
Sure.
in a conversation with
So
Matthew.
it's been 200 years since the war ended, which was
Nope.
the explosion. I thought that we had established that, at least to a large assumption, that the time loop was created in reaction to the explosion, which is why this is the only place not affected by it. We're hearing that it's a coincidence on a totally different agenda.
They're paired. So
Unless
I mean,
they're
the time
connected.
loop was likely connected with the power of the siege engine, right? And this is only when the engines were probably reaching their full capacity, because soon after they reached that, something went wrong. The
Okay.
morning happened. MOUR.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
Oh.
Or
So
I
the
mean,
war
even
ended
worse.
195 years
idea.
ago. This has happened 200 years long. Or
He
worse
did
idea, this
say,
triggered the rest of them.
yeah, he said they were all connected. If someone purposely malfunctioned this one, they would have all went off.
Mm. So this
Yeah.
could be the one that caused it.
Hey, what's that? Hey. Huh. Hey, Darthar, if I were to explain to you what we've been experiencing each reset, does that sound like what might be experienced from a malfunction of the machine? An overloading? White light up out of the ground cracking open,
Shaking.
overwhelming of the senses, shaking of the ground.
Babe.
Completely
want you,
possible.
babe.
I didn't see one, malfunction.
because-
But if it's coming from under the ground, that's where the workshop is. It is enough magical energy to just annihilate. So that means
Okay.
The
it
more
kills everyone every night and resets your loop. I die every night before it happens.
which is why
Wait, no, I died before it happens too, but I came back.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
so
come
Oh,
back.
so if you
been-
don't
come back.
die,
he's been
then
going
it kills you anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, then how does Meat Thief? Wait, no, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's
How does Mate Thief?
How
Wait,
does
so-
Meat
so-
Thief?
So Bellathor is just like, okay, I'm just willing to die every night so I can keep doing my stuff.
that's why he goes in the basement every night. It's because he's going down there as it's about to explode, in the time, like the actual time loop of when it would have with all the others.
Uh-huh.
He's going down there and like kind of sort of resetting it as it's going off,
Oh, that's
something like that.
Here's an important question. How does it feel at the end of the day? Like, is it excruciating pain? Is it just like blackout and wake up?
It's a blinding white light.
Okay.
So it's like
That's how you
blacking out
guys
and
have,
waking up.
every time you've experienced
Got it,
it, and then you wake up immediately after.
So there's just a visual sort of like pain, but
Yeah.
we're not like having our bodies ripped apart and reassembled the
No.
next day. Okay. All right.
Okay.
That was the main thing.
So
Because that would change the framing of whether or not to end the loop and let all these people die. Because it's
They're not experiencing pain. Yeah.
Yeah. That would
All
just
right,
change the
striking
balance
midnight.
No, I mean everybody's asleep
Babe,
by
I
then.
got you, babe.
Mhm.
That'd be wild.
So here is what I see thus far. Bellator doesn't necessarily know what has changed. And I don't think we solved this in a day. So, Darthar,
Is there any way we can keep you from going when the world resets? Is there any way we can keep you from having to go fetch you every morning?
if we give you the knife and have you stab the skull and you just hold on to both of them real tight, can you just keep the skull in there and then you're Gucci?
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Okay.
I got an idea. Wait a minute.
Oh boy.
So our goal is to mess with Bellator, right?
Yeah.
Eventually, except once we start
Yeah.
doing that, then he knows and will be more
Great
aggressive
point.
towards us.
Great point, right? What better way to you getting it? What
Mhm.
better way to mess with Bellator than to not have Mr. Darthar here try to stop the invasion
Mhm.
at all, and they just pour into the town.
And then he's got to go deal with that, which lets us go check out the hot springs.
2 birds, 1 stone, baby.
That's just
We still
let
need to
them
free
pass
whoever is
before.
in the lighthouse.
you've let them pass
Oh.
before.
We can do that. We
hold
can
on,
do that.
hold on, hold on.
Okay.
You've let them pass before.
You have? I missed that part.
Yes.
What happened?
They flooded the town and killed everyone.
Oh,
It still resets.
you didn't do anything about it?
I mean,
I
you can only
guess-
do so much against millions of shambling undead.
I guess counterpoint, if we do stop the loop and there are 10,000 skeletons in a lich, that's probably not a good look. I don't think the Warforged would like us to bring that back to them.
Counterpoints.
We went to the
They're
town
in the
and we
middle of
brought
the
a gift.
Mournlands.
What do you say?
And there's
Counterpoint?
giant purple worms, which maybe
What?
we can like bait with flesh instead of
Mm.
machine.
Yeah,
And
I mean,
they
we'll
just
be
call-
dead.
So
We're not gonna
Yes.
make it out of
Okay, that's a
there.
very good
Yeah.
counterpoints. I
so
don't want
counter
to be all the way dead.
counterpoint. I think we have to allow today to reset. We know how this plays out if we do it properly. We figure out what's up with the lighthouse, and then we come back, get Darthar, and then we can make our move. Because then we have all the resources possible. We have Charn, and we have potentially the clerics and Darthar.
Counterpoint. Isn't there supposed to be a way that we can help Darthar and the whole situation to where something changes tomorrow?
But the point is, what if we don't change anything permanently? What if we
Yeah, but we
we-
don't know
Crab
how to do
man.
that.
Your,
Because he's
your
already tried.
crab-armed friend
Oh, all right.
still has a knife, correct?
correct?
So you drastically changed something.
My name's
Once.
Spike.
But that's the only thing we've drastically changed. If we
No,
could-
that's not the only thing we've drastically changed. We've also changed the fact that there is no marriage going on.
Yeah,
his
she's
wife
gone.
is missing.
What?
Yeah, Cornelius. His wife is missing. Oh,
Fiance.
Where is she?
we haven't
have-
figured that part out. We haven't gotten around to it. I do know she always went to the springs. So I'm just saying a lot of things are pointing in that direction, and I just now registered she always had to go to the springs because she was sick, and I don't know what that sickness was. But I found out about this the night I performed the amazing wedding at the party. Also that night that's when I first met the guy down at the springs or from the springs, and he really doesn't like me. So yeah. I just been listening to all this. It sounds like a lot of this is just pointed towards the springs. Why aren't we just putting full
But-
effort there?
So my
the
concern is if we
lighthouse?
were trying to get a jump on, I'm getting all the names mixed up.
Bellator.
Bellator. If we're trying to get the jump on Bellator with as much information and weaponry as we can, essentially, what if we allowed our actions from today to completely reset? He doesn't notice anything's different. We go to the lighthouse, change whatever we have to solve that, come back, get our friend here, and then go to him. Because then we have all the weaponry possible.
Well, we don't have to come and get him.
So
he knows now.
it's the afternoon, right?
Well, he
Yeah.
knows now, but
Could we go to the lighthouse now?
Yeah,
Wait
for the
I
evening.
think it would make
I'm
more
not a
sense
fan.
because we're gonna reset anyways, and we'll at
Yeah.
least gain more information about the lighthouse. So that way, tomorrow we'll be able
Yep.
to zoom right through.
And we can
It's
decide
like we
what to
did-
do with that.
We did your house so quickly today, just
Yeah.
because of the fact that we had already done it. So the more we get done at the lighthouse, the better. And the more we talk about this, the less time we'll actually get to do the lighthouse. So I'd say we just make a decision now and get to moving because
Yeah.
it's an
I-
endless loop, but time is limited.
I have
if you
I
know
have
what I mean.
just one more thing. Let's just say, Darthar, you meet us at the tavern in 2 resets. The morning of 2 resets, meet us at the tavern. Because by that time, we will have learned about the lighthouse, and then we'll spend a whole day really doing the lighthouse. And that's
Wait,
when we
or,
actually need him.
Wanna come with?
I mean, yeah, but he has a whole ritual to stop, or the whole town gets flooded.
No,
Well,
we
not
just did
today
that.
anymore.
If
Hmm?
it doesn't reset,
Yeah, we
the
definitely
armor
don't-
will be able to hold them.
I think we.
Oh, yeah, we did do that. Yeah.
Ooh.
I do not think it's wise if I leave here.
Oh, question. What if we use the dagger? Wouldn't that hold that?
Oh, stasis in
dag-
the chamber.
Yeah, the dagger didn't move through the time loops. It's been one thing that stayed with us.
2 portals.
We stasis
I
the
don't know the
thing
range
that
on it.
that activates the armor, so the armor is always on whenever they come through. Would that work?
It could. Why don't we wait and see if I reset first?
Okay.
Okay.
I think it's more important for you to hold on to that dagger.
Okay.
Okay.
Makes sense.
If
Okay,
I
well-
don't reset,
Yeah,
I'll try
that's a
to
good
find
point.
you in 2 days.
All
I
right.
think for now, I stay here. So whatever enemies we have don't know I'm out.
That's fair. So we go explore the lighthouse tonight. And then we make a decision on what we want to do. If needs be, I can solo run the tower. Just write down the instructions and
Got all your mods equipped?
Say again?
Mhm. He
No,
just
and-
respect. He's all set. Don't worry.
And basically unlock the wizard again. So like we can get him by afternoon by me sacrificing the morning anytime.
Gotcha.
If we're looking at this from
Yeah.
a speed running standpoint.
Yeah, any one of us. Yeah, technically.
To the lighthouse.
Oh, actually, I just realized this. I brought it up. Sorry, backing it up. Earlier this just clicked. You said the man in the mirror. He
Wants to change his
he won't remember tomorrow.
No.
He recognized us on our return.
Only
I think he recognized that the magic was being weird and not affecting us, and he was like, "You've done this before," but he was freaked out by it. He didn't understand why.
It could be. I'm just saying. I don't know much about the guy. I just know the fact that he.
I
was
don't know
really
much
trippy.
about the guy, and he lives in my attic.
Yeah,
is
so
right over
I
there.
I just wanted to pass the information of what he said in that situation,
Mm.
so that way there is the potential that maybe he isn't stuck in the loop as much as you think he is. I don't know. Maybe.
I need to talk to him anyways.
Okay. Yeah. So as Matthias was saying before, time rewound to the lighthouse.
Yes.
If by some chance of luck, Petros and Farmar is still alive, let them know what's happening to their son.
understood.
Okay.
Alright.
I will be here. Hopefully tomorrow. Today? Whichever.
Every day. To the lighthouse.
He walks out with you guys. You guys descend the stairs and walk outside. And when you walk outside, you notice it's already dark. And Darthar goes, huh. And he pulls his watch out of his pocket and he opens it. And he closes it. It's 3 p.m.
That's
Man,
not
daylight
good.
savings, man, just hits you when you never know it.
I
Screw you, Ben Franklin.
fear they know more than we think they know.
Mm.
Well, good luck.
Okay. Taken to the road.
Ride the horses.
The
Your horses are at the
the
cave.
horses
They're
are
at
the
the
other
cave,
place.
and they only
Boy.
last an hour, so I think they're gone.
Oh, dang
Mhm.
it.
Mhm.
More horses.
No,
No, it's
no.
fine.
Spell slots, no.
Yeah. I already burned the 4th level on my
Oh
wall of fire.
no,
That's fine.
Phoebe.
The 4th level spell on what?
Wall of fire. I thought it was gonna be a little more of an encounter.
What? Wait, what was the wall of fire for?
No, it was for
Just
when the
stop all
skeletons start pouring
from getting
through.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
But that's okay. It's fine.
It's okay, we won
And
that
it's
encounter.
Fine. It's fine.
We won. It was
probably-
super easy.
Here's what I'm gonna
Real
tell
fast.
myself. It would have been like a 3-hour fight if
If not for you.
If I hadn't cast that
Yep.
spell.
100%.
Well, it would have been a 3-hour fight if I decided we were going with the encounter. But I feel like we've been spending way too much time spending 3 hours on one thing.
No, that was good.
Because I was like, you know what, let's do it. And then we got there, and I was like, you guys got here so fast. Let's
Yep.
just get through this. I don't want to
Yeah.
spend an
And
entire another
5d8 will
session
kill
in
most
this
skeletons.
cave.
And I had an Excel sheet ready to go for like 800 skeletons and fire damage on each of them.
Oh, perfect. That's what we needed.
Yep.
I got my formula ready.
And the
to
percentage
input.
flammability of
We're booking it.
out
Yeah.
of character. I don't have
Yep.
work tomorrow. I'm good as late as we need, but
I
I
have
also
work
want to be conscious.
at 6:30 in the morning, and I'd like to go to bed soon.
Oh.
Tomorrow is my like 15-hour day where I get up at 6:30, I work until 4:30, I go to class until 6, I practice for esports and have our game, and I get home at 9.
Dang.
So
all right.
it's a very long
should
day.
Restroom, or are we heading towards an outro?
Matt just ran away.
Uh-huh.
Good.
So yeah, why don't we take 5?
'Kay.
And then we'll finish up at the base of the tower.
Cool.
Sound good?
Sounds
Cool.
great.
I could also play again this week.
I probably can't.
Okay. I was mostly thinking I can probably play again, but only on Tuesday. And even then,
I couldn't.
Tuesday night is currently like my only night off, so I might take that back after saying it.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I also work till 9.
Oh, that's
9:30.
right, you work on Tuesdays. I mean, I'm fine with Sunday nights if that works for you guys.
I won't be able to. Well, okay. I could. I'm probably be home by my time 7 on Sunday.
Okay.
I just may be a little bit late.
So yeah, Sundays and Sundays or Saturdays are the only thing that really work for me right now.
Saturdays, you said?
Yeah. Those are the only 2 days that really work for me. I'm gonna go pee.
Okay.
I can do a lot of evenings, but well, actually no.
Saturday, Sunday are my best 2 bets. Either one of those. Preferably not both, but one or the other. BRB.
Am I still okay? Good. I am still working. Yesterday, my mic had an issue where it stopped working temporarily. Just want to make sure that was not the case still.
Crazy. Billy. I don't know. Crazy old Maurice, eh? Crazy old Maurice.
Oh my gosh.
What?
Just finally got the Wordle.
Oh, hold on. Let me freaking try it.
It took a lot longer than it should have. It's just I literally had 4 out of the 5 letters, but 2 of them I just couldn't figure out where it fit into the line, so I had to waste one of my guesses
Oh no.
to place them.
Oh no. Okay. Uh, uh? Uh, hmm.
So for Matt and Joey,
Mhm.
when you guys ran away, um,
I was still listening.
we were talking about when the next time we're gonna play is.
Yes.
What works for everybody?
I'm not going to Boston for the next month. Well,
Oh,
for weddings.
good.
So I'm more usually free.
Okay, cool.
Basically any night after 8.
Alright.
And potentially before, depending on the night.
Yeah. So Sunday nights work for me. Saturday afternoons and evenings work for me too. If you wanted to do something earlier, it's all up to you guys. I'll leave it to you guys, and if it works, it works. If not, we take a week off.
I could really only do Sunday night this
Yeah.
week.
That works for me. So,
Mhm.
Same here.
tonight worked pretty well. Yeah, I would just like to be off by 11:30, because Monday and Tuesday are just my long. I don't get a break between Monday and Tuesday.
Yep.
That was my everyday for the past 2 or 3 weeks, and then yesterday I had the day off, a full day off, and I slept so hard. It was so great.
Beautiful.
I mean, I technically had the Saturday off before that, but I put 9 hours into sermon prep, so I don't count that as a day off.
Yeah.
Definitely. What's this freaking word?
You playing Wordle
Yeah.
right now?
Yeah. I just completed mine.
Wow.
I started it earlier and it was driving me insane. How many have you used? What do you have?
I have 2 I have 2 left.
What letters do you have?
I've got TAC in that order.
In their specific spots?
Mm-hmm. And it's not A after C, so it has to be either I or 2 consonants, but that doesn't make any English sense, so it has to be an I. That's not how that's spelled. No. No.
I'm back. Sorry about that.
Unacceptable.
Fantastic. So what are we doing?
We're deep in roleplay. We're all asleep.
Nice. Do we make it to the tower yet, or we just
right.
reset?
Literally, I'm down to the last letter, and I don't know.
It's an X. The word is xenophobic.
It's not.
As in, what is North Point? Xenophobic.
They're racist against xenomorphs?
No,
Yes.
they're afraid of xenomorphs, which
Oh,
is
sorry.
perfectly acceptable.
Is it really though?
I think so.
What is that word?
Taste it? I have no idea.
The frick is that? I only got it because it was one letter left, and I was just guessing
know.
to figure out what it was.
It literally, so it apparently means like understood, but
yeah,
like,
whatever. No one says tacit.
yeah.
I do.
Pastor Joey
Xenophoba.
doesn't listen
Good.
to your conversation and go,
Understood.
tacit.
Understood. Understood. Me and
Yeah.
Jordan, like all week, I was like, understood, whatever,
Yeah.
something. Xenophobia,
Yeah.
or to be xenophobic, by the way, is an irrational fear of foreigners or people from other lands.
Oh, so it is literally
North
racist.
Point is xenophobic.
So I was right the first definition.
Yep.
They're
Yeah,
racist.
yeah. No, you.
It's not. So it's not specifically racism.
I know it's not.
Because
I'm stretching it.
racism is I hate a specific race. Xenophobia is they're not from here. So it's not that I
fear
hate
of unknown people.
Yes. So the idea isn't like we hate Muslims. It's that these people are from a country that I don't understand and I'm afraid of them.
No, I understand. I was stretching it to the extreme and
Guys,
making
Yeah.
they're
it better.
not racist. They hired Gilbert.
So we were supposed to
Afraid.
take in Muslim refugees on campus through an AG program. We were
Mhm.
going to convert the second floor of Academy into housing for them. And it was a really cool AG program. And I was like,
Ooh,
yes,
ooh,
let's
pause,
do this.
Pause. If
What?
this is this recorded?
Oh, yeah, we shouldn't be recording that part.
Yeah.
You should actually try to edit that
I
part out.
no, it won't get published. I promise.
We could bring it back to this afterwards.
Yeah, we'll talk about it afterwards.
Amen, hallelujah.
Yeah. So, everybody give me a perception check. Let's just start there, huh?
Perception check online. It was almost a nat 20.
Everyone add a +2.
Oh, wait, do I still get your plus your D4 from earlier?
No.
Oh wait, no, that's saving throws.
It's been
Oh.
so long.
And
I
that
know,
That
I
would have
know,
only
I
been
know.
for a minute.
Only 26 then.
Hold on. I'm going to give
12?
myself guidance.
Oh my-
17.
It's
5.
16.
12.
But I just saw Matthias rolled a custom 4.
Yeah, that's my guidance D4.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Thank you. Plus
Mm.
12.
yeah.
River apparently does. 'Cause We
Matthias?
got a 26.
Yeah, I didn't even cast guidance on
Matthias.
myself.
Yep, Matthias and Dick Johnson. You both notice that the magical dome shimmer ends on the other side of the lighthouse.
Oh.
As it encompasses the lighthouse, comes down over it, and stops there. Only River. I'm actually gonna message this to you.
Wait, so like
Secret
it
Discord
like
messages.
stops. It stops before the lighthouse, like
After the
as in
lighthouse.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, no.
The
lighthouse
lighthouse
not
is the
outside the
last
dome.
thing inside the dome.
Yeah, I thought it meant like there was an opening around it.
It's like it splits the lighthouse down
Yeah.
the middle. That'd be dope.
That'd be a
We have
very
to climb
frustrating
from
climb.
the outside to get to the top. Yeah.
Rope trick.
Hey, there you go.
I'm kidding. I promise. Bye, Josh.
Yep. I understood that reference.
I understood that reference.
Yeah. By the way, went to DC and ran by Chris and Joe and said, "On your left,"
Did you really? At the
Yeah.
Washington Monument?
at the Washington Monument. And I was
Perfect.
very, very happy about it. There was a lot of people. If there was just a little bit less, I would have tried to do a whole run around and say it to every single person I passed. But only if there was less people. Like literally, there were so many people there.
Why is this guy yelling? Security risk!
Yeah.
Tackle you.
Was yeah. He's running towards the Lincoln Memorial. Take him down. Just a sniper from from way off in the distance.
Lincoln Memorial is
I
open to
hold
the
up
public.
a hand.
I've been waiting for some action.
Oh, yes, yes.
There's someone here.
Yeah, we're sitting right next to you.
Whatever. I don't have another move. Get ready. I cast Conjure Animals.
Oh my god.
I
No, sorry, they're behind the lighthouse. They're in a cloak.
They're brought
yeah.
What'd you say?
Yeah.
Conjure Animals, 8 hawks. They're commanded to find this thing.
Jesus.
They have advantage on perception checks that rely on sight, I believe. If not hawks, then some other. I think owl. I don't know if owls do.
Wow.
I
Yeah,
mean, a majority of the animals you cast will have perception check advantage.
Yeah, there we are. Advantage on
Yeah.
perception that rely on sight.
Yeah.
For hawks.
Can I try and look really quickly where he's pointing to see if I see the figure?
So I guess metagaming. I saw him for a second and then he disappeared behind the lighthouse.
Oh, I didn't know if he was like peeking
magically
around.
disappeared, like like he was looking at us real quick.
Gotcha. So he's here. We just don't know where he is right now.
Yeah. So I'm
Gotcha.
gonna conjure 8 hawks and run at the lighthouse.
I run with him.
I
I don't know what I'm charging at, but as soon as he charges in, I'm right beside him.
I'll
Yeah.
run a little farther behind.
All right.
I'll be next to Matthias.
Yeah.
I give you guidance on the way.
I got
River.
gun at the ready.
River, you got guidance.
Drawn.
Cool.
Huh?
River's hawks fly out in front of all of you, making like a formation.
Very cool.
We mimic formation in the ground.
And they definitely see something, and they all go dive to like go towards it, and they all just into the dome.
Oh,
Huh.
Is the
I stopped
Hold up.
before I hit the
wait a
dome.
minute.
You
they up?
approach the lighthouse, and you realize that whatever was watching you was outside of the dome.
Hold up. Wait a minute. we-
Does anyone have message?
No.
And also, you'd need to see it.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's,
How far away are we from town?
Oh, this is as far as you can get.
All right, bet.
I
I'm going to use
believe
thaumaturgy.
it's 1.5 miles each way. I said,
Awesome.
or 2 miles each way, something like that.
gonna use-
It's decent distance.
I'm going to use thaumaturgy
good call.
to make my voice like 3 times as loud
Mhm.
and yell, "Yo, who are you? Why are you looking at me? How can you see us?"
You
I'm
can
back.
tell. You can tell right where the dome ends. You see all those dead trees,
Mhm.
like Ulamak saw last time.
Yeah.
And this person wrapped in a cloak, well, this humanoid wrapped in a cloak, I should say, steps out from behind one of them, and he has like a walking stick, and he kind of pulls himself towards the edge of the dome.
It's Ben.
Kenobi.
I'll
He
walk
followed
up
us
to the
here.
edge.
It's the end of season 2.
Dun dun dun.
I point at this humanoid, cast message, and say, "What is it that you want? Why are you watching us? Who are you?
You can reply to this message.
Do you want to help?"
A very aged voice says, "You don't specifically have to use magic, kind bard. I can see you, and I can talk to you."
Oh, it makes sense. So you're, well, I appreciate the cordiality. First of all, not everyone we've met in here has the same cordiality.
Lucky for you, then. I'm out here. What? No. Continue.
That was in character.
What?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
What is going on
there?
here?
Well.
I look where he's looking. Hey,
There's absolutely nothing there. You can give me a perception check if you like. I am waiting. You
11.
could say. You see nothing. Besides trees. And something within the trees? Leaves.
It's
That was so well done. Okay. Waiting for what?
Well, someone who can turn on the lighthouse.
And
Are you attempting to bring a boat in? Because I think it'll be a little difficult.
No. I have no boat. The lake is dry, as you. Oh, you were being facetious. Yes.
I was being.
No,
facetious.
What?
That's it.
No,
No.
Yeah.
Shh.
Sir, do you mind me asking who are you talking to?
That's none of your business.
Fair enough.
Shut your mouth.
What's the lighthouse? Why do you need the lighthouse on?
Personal reasons, I would say.
Why are you looking at us?
Because you are running towards the place I need someone to go.
Then come inside.
Have you?
I cannot.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend that.
Why can you not come in?
No,
It's
I
really fun in here.
physically cannot. And he puts his hand against the dome and it stops.
See, that's so weird because that didn't do that
When we walked in.
when we walked in. Also, we couldn't see inside earlier. So what the frick is up with that? You know what I mean?
You can see inside.
We saw some mist. Like it was blanketed in mist, and then we stepped inside and we could see inside.
I don't think so. I'm pretty sure I described it as green forest in front of you, and you guys continue to walk.
Yeah, I don't remember there being a mist for this.
Yeah. The only time I mentioned mist and you walking through it was for the causeway to enter the Silver Flame.
Oh,
and also when we first walked into the Mournlands.
Josh.
Yeah, the Mournland has swirling mist just around it all the time. That's just Mournland.
That was the day we stepped into the desert.
Josh, you can keep puckering those lips. I'm not going to kiss them. Not till you move back to Massachusetts.
Man, you could see us just like we could see perfectly fine. Amazing.
That's so crazy that nothing has changed.
Nothing has changed at all.
It's all the same since the great arbiter wrote it down.
Oh, do you think you can get like a plasma sword then and like cut through here, or?
Yeah, probably. Why not? That sounds logical.
The arbiter.
He pulls one out.
Oh no, I have made a mistake. Run.
Quick question.
Yes, you have, and he throws off his.
Oh no!
Darth Maul.
And it's General Grievous.
Yes.
Oh, wait.
Pulls out another plasma sword. This will stick you guys through town. Tap, 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 tap.
It's infected in D&D.
You need the lighthouse turned on for the ship that cannot come
No,
in.
he's
What is the actual reason you need the lighthouse turned on?
yeah, because we can do it,
but
but
by the way, yeah, because we are here and we are looking to move forward.
I don't
Al-
specifically know
also-
what that means.
I don't. You're a stranger. What is your name? I don't want to be rude. My name is Spike, Captain Spike, Dick Johnson, whatever you want to call me for a name.
You know, captain of all the ships out in the lake here.
It's in a place with actual water. What
He also has
what
a
can I call you?
girlfriend
I
in
don't want to
Canada.
call you stranger. I just want to be polite.
You can, well.
I used a title. You could use the title.
And he like immediately looks to his left again. And she said no. No.
You forget your name?
Mm. Yes, I'm an old man. Leave me alone. Well. He puts his hand on his hood and he pulls it down to kind of reveal his face more. And he is an extremely withered elf. Something you probably have never seen from elf kind before. This isn't aged. It's not like he's just gotten old, because elves stay fair forever, essentially. No, he is withered,
He's had
as if
life.
something's
Second
kind of
life.
leeching him.
Yeah.
And he goes, well, no secrets then, I guess. My name is Petros. And, well, this is my wife, Pharma. And I imagine you can't see her. Not many people can.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
With the
Oh, we have a
formality.
lot to go
Don't know
over.
you at all.
You're
All
the
right.
town-
I'm gonna try to do this slightly more sensitively than I did with
Same.
Darthar, who you know, and who is also in here, and who right now is safe and sound. Honestly, thanks to our efforts. So I
so-
hope that brings you some peace.
real quick, Jeremy, was he a full elf or a half elf?
He would be half, because he looks human more than anything else.
There we go.
It's all coming together.
Is
So am I on the right track that you are at least somewhat comforted that Darthar is in here and he is okay?
Yes, it is good to know that he is still alive.
Okay.
How is everyone else in town?
Well, I think out of most of the people you know, Darthar might be the only like truly good
okay person.
story to give a report on.
Most people are okay.
They're
I'll-
they certainly are
People are-
enjoying their day.
I'm thinking you maybe had some suspicions of Bellator before you got trapped out here.
Yes.
Okay. He has screwed everything up very much to his own ends in ways that are unnatural. Everything in here repeats, but you probably know that just watching the patterns inside from day to day. And the best we can come together is he is using your son's power and abusing him manipulatively to his own ends.
He keeps giving him a potion, something like that.
After you say that, like he immediately looks left, like something happened. And you can almost feel like not feel, but you can see almost like a force ripple against the dome. And he goes, "It's at least he's alive."
He's alive. He is safe. His health is as fine, I think, as it could be.
What would have It's not Nightshade. It's Nightflower.
It's Nightflower.
Nightflower.
Nightshade is very
yeah.
deadly.
Yes.
That's
What
Dark
what would-
Brotherhood poison.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What would Nightflower have done to him specifically? Or like what did he do? Like, why was he taking it, and what did it do?
Jeremy was coming into his own as a scion. He gets it from his mother, who had very powerful psionic abilities. We were trying to help him learn about them. Bellator, being the power-hungry egomaniac he is, suggested giving him Nightflower to suppress it. You only suppress psionic power when you want it to grow.
Well, we're gonna. Liat. Okay.
So why do you want the lighthouse turned on?
It'll let him know we're alive.
Then consider it done.
There was another. And I won't lie to you, you will probably die.
Charn.
In the
The Warforged?
lighthouse?
A metallic man, yes. He came. Years. I don't know how long he spent in there. But he came here, and he tried. And one day, he didn't come back. He came to the lighthouse every single day after he heard. And Pharma pleads that you do it. I don't want your lives on my hand. But turning on the lighthouse would let him know we're alive. Charn said he thinks we're dead. And he thinks that we did it. That he did it, that he killed us.
What actually happened?
We were tricked by Bellator.
Teleported away, or
We were out on the lake. We were on our way back. And as we approached the lighthouse, the shimmer came down and that dome appeared. Then the entire sky turned white. And we watched as the entire world around us eradicated, and
You watched the morning happen from the outside.
and Pharma used all of her psionic ability to shield me.
How can you still communicate with her?
Because she's leeching off my eternal life.
So she's not
So
into
it's the story, Christmas story, where like you bought her a watch. And,
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
she
she's
bought you
saving
a-
my life and I'm giving her mine. It's great.
A couple
That's why we
questions.
can't pass through the dome. There's some magic on it. As long as she's leeching off of me, as long as she stays alive, we cannot enter.
What are some things that we can say to him that would let him know that you're alive?
We can literally just light the light. Oh,
Well, no, I understand that, but like, what if that doesn't work?
it will.
I'm talking about the nail in the coffin. What is something that you would know that it would be a shadow upon a doubt that it's from you, it's not from us, it's not something we could have taken from his memory, it's something that you would say to him? Also, I'm just thinking about the fact that he's been suppressing the power and it's just been growing and growing and growing. And what if we end up stopping that potion and it just goes berserk? How can we calm him? What is something that we could say that only you would be able to calm him with? I'm just thinking ahead. I don't think the lighthouse is going to be the only thing we can do to help.
The lighthouse is very much connected with our god, and it's a sigil of hope. It meant more than don't crash on the rocks. This place was a beacon of life for anyone who wanted to come here and live. Lighting that lighthouse, getting that light burning again. It's a strike against your enemy more than any strike you can give him. Reignite the hope of the people.
Reignite the hope. It'll make the
Haven't
spark.
forgotten the lighthouse.
It'll propel the rebellion. Defeat the empire.
I hate that I knew what you were quoting.
Do you have anything you want us to say to him when we go and see him? He thinks you're dead. I think that we're gonna be out there to prove that it wasn't him.
Just get the lighthouse on. Nothing you say is going to stop him. And if it comes to a time where you have to talk him down, just reassure him this was not his fault.
Barshun walks towards the barrier where we saw the disturbance when he mentioned Jeremy's state, and puts his hand against the barrier and looks at the space to the left of Petros and says, out of all of the unimaginable power that I've seen in the past month, a love that transcends death, I think might top the list from a mortal human. Jeremy will be all right. We'll get him.
There is a ripple of force around where your hand is. And Petro says, I think if spirits could cry, she would be. I also think I might have one trick left up my sleeve.
What do you have in mind?
It'll take time. We'll talk after you're done.
We'll meet you here tomorrow.
I actually, and down the road, I have so many questions. I've never met someone else who is tied to the ocean as close as you guys are. So I would love to just hear about your beliefs, your practices. I've committed myself also to the ocean, and yeah, I'm just interested. But it's a future thing.
That
we
is
don't have to go into
probably
that
a
now.
good thing for you then. You will be tested on the other side of that door.
Oh, does every tower in this freaking couple square miles come with a test? Oh,
It's just kind of how we do things. It's a magic light. You have to go through a trial. It's a whole thing. But I think
Yeah,
you'll
no,
do well.
I'm solid. I don't need to know about your beliefs. Peace and love,
Res-
baby.
Respect.
Peace and love, baby.
Waterside.
Picture
side.
this
Wait,
old
east side.
old
Waterside.
brittle elf just like
Waterside.
yeah.
And then
Spike gives
he starts
Spike gives the
b-boying
sign
underground.
right back.
The holy symbol. of-
As they
of
do in
Thor's
my
days.
religion, the wave.
Oh, that's good. Oh, that's good.
As they do with my religion.
Visions of peace. I am very familiar. Okay, we'll go with entering the lighthouse.
Yeah.
Next sesh.
Oh.
Yes.
We
Water
could
good.
get trapped in there. Don't
It's a good thing
take
to
it
point out.
lightly.
Yeah.
Don't take it lightly.
Charn eventually
Ha,
got trapped.
ha.
So
Lightly.
End that recording.